all season. We'll look beyond the box score and keep our finger on the pulse of college football from September all the way through the national championship game in January. Listen all season long on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you love to get your favorite podcast. And be sure to follow along on Twitter at CSNowTweets.
His first road win since beating tonight's opponent in Raleigh last month. It was the first time Ian Jackson had been in double figures since the Boston College game, and Jalen Withers, guys, from out of nowhere, erupted for a season-high 19 points on 7 of 10 shooting in what was probably his best game as a Tar Heel.
Yeah, Dave, and I think maybe more unexpected than that was Carolina brought the weather with it from Syracuse down here to Chapel Hill for the game. And, of course, that's the story for tonight, at least here at the start, is that this is going to be a dramatically different Smith Center for the game this evening. And, you know, this was a tricky one to forecast. I think anybody who was living in this area the last couple of days was aware that there was going to be some level of winter weather here this all day today and overnight tonight and going into tomorrow morning. In fact, even classes at Carolina were canceled for today and are until at least noon tomorrow. The local schools had remote learning days today. So, I mean, there were a lot of changes, but there was not a change to this game. Yep. But then as the day went along, I think maybe there was a little more snow than it was anticipated. I know at least at the end of the day yesterday, it was thought that the snow impact wouldn't be as high, and then all of a sudden it's coming down pretty good. So, yeah, this is purely an estimate. I'm going to guess there's probably between 4, 5, 6 inches maybe in that range around the Chapel Hill area. And so a change was made where, of course, if you have a ticket to the game tonight, that ticket is going to be honored. But you don't have to have a ticket to come in. And so, Dave, essentially they're opening the doors and saying, hey, if you can make it here safely, most notably if you can walk here, which of course would be a whole lot of students, then you are welcome to come in and sit anywhere. If someone has the ticket for that specific seat, obviously it's going to be theirs. But, I can only remember this happening a couple times. Once was a while ago, 1994, I believe, when it happened in a game against Maryland. A little more recently, although sadly not that close now. 2000 it happened again. There was a really bad ice storm in the area. That was also against Maryland. For some reason, Maryland's always a part of this. You were on a team in 2010 who went up to Maryland, and I'm pretty sure the Terps did it that day. There was like 3 feet of snow, and that day Graves Vasquez had a triple-double. I remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that part.
But so it will be a unique atmosphere tonight in the Smith Center. Right now, I mean, a couple thousand people are in here and still filing in. You would anticipate if it is going to be a student-heavy crowd that they're probably going to be showing up a little closer to 7 o'clock. But so how all of that plays in, we'll have to wait and see, but it is going to be a different feel tonight in the Smith Center.
Yeah, definitely. Please come out. If you guys are listening, you want to come to a game, you don't have tickets, and you can get here safely, we'd love to have you. There's plenty of seats left. So, but it'll be fun. You know, we'll have a lot more students. It'll be interesting how the dynamics of that change from people who come a lot to students who don't get in very often. And so it should be exciting. It's NC State, so it's always fun to be able to play them. So, but really excited just see how we come out and play. You know, we got the big win at Syracuse. We got to come in. We got 5 more games we have to win, and then we got that Duke game for the finale to try to keep our NCAA tournaments alive, chances alive. So just got to come out, have a good showing. You know, Jackson and Withers played really well against Syracuse, but Davis has played really well recently. You know, Powell's had a few good games. Cadeau's had it. So if we could just put it together and everybody play well in one game, we got a really good chance of walking away with a win.
And, Dave, to me, Withers is really the wild card, right? And that's really kind of been his career at Carolina. There have been some moments where he has been really, really good. And I think you don't necessarily even need 19 points, which was his Carolina career high and a season high this year. You don't need that for Jalen Withers to be impactful, although that is great, and you'd love to have it. But, it's much more his activity. He ran the floor well, got a couple baskets in transition. He played good defense. He rebounded at a good clip. He had 6 rebounds in addition to the 19 points. And so the points are great.
Yeah.
And you'd love it, and you're not going to turn them down. But he is physically gifted so that he can impact the game in multiple ways, and you just love to see it on a more consistent basis.
I agree, and I think one of the biggest things I saw was his post defense, for one. We didn't ever have to double when their four-man started trying to back him down. They had a couple big ones. But even more than that, double teaming. He did a great job coming across. He was big. He was active. He came across with some speed and really made it difficult on him to pass out, where that is something that Syracuse is really good at, is getting that ball out and making you scramble. So really his like you said, his activity and just his ability to impact the game in so many different ways other than scoring. And then if he scores, it's just gravy on top. And so you just got to continue to have progress as he does a windmill and makes it look easy here. Just incredibly athletic.
Yeah, he's always the last one after the first session of shoot-around for Carolina before the game. He wants to make a free throw, a three-pointer, and then normally he'll do something that most people can't do and some kind of impressive dunk to close it out. But, Dave, I just want to one more time on that ticket situation. So if you live nearby, if you're on campus, near campus, can get here safely, then, again, there's no ticket needed to get into the Smith Center tonight. Again, if you sit in a seat and it is first come, first serve, if you're in a seat and someone shows up and they have the purchase ticket for that seat, obviously it belongs to them. But other than that, it is first come, first serve, open seating in the Smith Center tonight. Do not anticipate a full house with the weather being the way that it is, but do anticipate the folks who are here are going to be energized and excited to be a part of the action.
Absolutely. Good seats still available for tonight's game between Carolina and NC State. As we get ready to step aside, we'll come back and break down the pack. That's next from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 1.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through March 3rd, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $28.64 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Texting while driving takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds. That's like driving the length of a basketball court 3 times with your eyes closed. Research shows you are 3 times more likely to get into an accident when distracted by a cell phone. Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents urge you and your families to put down your phone. Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. Let's have a hands-free NC. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoHeels.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive. Your small business keeps you on the go. Progressive Commercial Insurance keeps your policy within reach with our easy-to-use mobile app. Learn more at progressivecommercial.com. This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Tar Heel fans, this is an exclusive message from our favorite pizza partner, Domino's Pizza, who is on site at every home game where concessions are sold.
Hey Tar Heels, this is Ryan from your local Domino's. Our UNC alumni family-owned company has an exclusive everyday offer for all Tar Heel fans across all of North Carolina. Order online for delivery and use coupon code UNC at checkout and receive 25% off your entire online delivery order. That's right, 25% off everything. It's a great day to be a Tar Heel. Go Heels!
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude. gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness or disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Help us get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Reed's Jewelers. The official Reed's Jewelers tip-off time is 7:01. Reed's Jewelers, your home for fine Swiss timepieces, beautiful diamonds, and the world's most luxurious jewelry brands. That's Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments. NC State enters play tonight at 10-15 overall and 3-11 in the ACC. A year ago, the Pack made a memorable run through the ACC tournament to earn an automatic berth into the Big Dance. This year, Jones, it's not a guarantee that Kevin Keats' team even makes it to Charlotte, as 15 of the 18 teams in the ACC meet for the annual conference tournament. But as things stand right now, the Pack's on the wrong side of the cut line.
Yeah, that's right, and that's brand new this year, as Dave referenced, and hard to believe that it's gotten to the point that not every team's going to make the ACC tournament. But if it was today, and obviously it is not, but if it was today, State, Boston College, and Miami would be the three teams that would not advance to the ACC tournament. Now, for State, some teams are kind of coming back to them. Syracuse is now 5-11 in league play, so let's just use the hypothetical that State wins tonight. They'd be 4-11, so they'd still be close there and certainly doable. And those two teams play each other, I believe, next week. Obviously, though, that's not where State wants to be even having this discussion. They don't want to be in the mix. And Z, it's been interesting. They've had kind of Carolina's season on steroids here with so many close games. I mean, they have led in 12 of the 14 ACC games they've played. State has led in the second half, and yet they're 3-11 in ACC play. And so, we certainly are aware that Carolina's played in a bunch of close games this year. The Tar Heels have kind of been above average in their level of success in those close games, whereas State has been well below average. And I think you see that in these two teams and the records they have coming in. Carolina's 15-11. Not great, certainly by Carolina's standards, but when you consider that many close games, a little above average. And then with State sitting at 10-15 and 3-11 and all these losses in close games, that's how you end up with a difficult record and a discussion about possibly missing the conference tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you really watch Carolina in some respects, with State also. Just down the stretch, they make plays that you can't afford to make.
Yeah.
You got to be really tight under 2 or 3 minutes. We've talked about it all year with Carolina. State does the same thing. They make the play that just you can't make as a winning team, and you give the other team such a good chance to be able to win. So tonight, coming down the stretch, even going back to Syracuse, we made a few plays that allowed them back in the game. It got close, and then we were able to make enough plays to be able to win it. But coming into tonight, no lead is going to be safe because either team can give it up. Hopefully Carolina can come out happy to be back home after 4 or 5 on the road and just come out and get a big enough of a lead that it's not a big deal.
Yeah, and Dave, these trends were on display in the first game between these two. Carolina led for a large majority of that game, nearly 29 minutes of the game. Carolina led it, but then State went on a run in the second half. It was back and forth in the final minutes. State had the ball in a tie game with about 90 seconds or so to go, and they turned it over. And it was a good play by Carolina, but State turned it over. Then we remember Cadeau got it to Washington for the dunk, and then, of course, Washington getting the block to seal it for the Heels. And so you kind of saw the trends of this season for these two teams on display, even right down to Carolina not being able to put it away when it had a chance, but then doing enough at the end to scrape out of there with a win. And so hard to imagine this is going to be anything but a close game. Both these teams have just played so many of them this year.
Yeah, turnover uncharacteristic for State. Best turnover margin in the league, but rebounding and scoring has been a big issue for the Pack in town tonight to take on the Tar Heels. As we get ready to take another timeout, we'll come back with one of the best in NASCAR, Joey Logano, a special guest set to join us here when we come back in just a moment as you continue to listen to the Reed's Jewelers pregame show from Learfield.
Hey, Tar Heel fans, basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to UNC basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the North Carolina Tar Heels. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
They're not just the Tar Heels, they're your Tar Heels. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Tar Heel pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Tar Heels. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Copyright 2024, Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32. Bingo!
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
This is Carolina Basketball from Learfield.
Never settle, unless it's into the electrifying BMW i4. Blend the lines of cutting-edge and classic with groundbreaking technology at your fingertips. Experience M-engineered precision while you twist around every turn. After all, electric doesn't have to be static. If you thought EVs couldn't live up to your expectations, then you've never experienced the ultimate electric driving machine. The 100% electric 2025 BMW i4.
Visit TriangleBMWDealers.com today for exceptional offers on the all-electric BMW i4.
It's never lost on Window World that your home is your largest physical investment. Window World's integrity will be noticed from your very first moment of contact. The clean, professional installation of premium windows, siding, doors, and more are designed to last while leaving your home looking amazing. Window World and their lifetime warranty will always be there when it really matters. They're America's most trusted remodeler and a proud partner of Carolina Athletics because the difference is integrity and always in the details.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletic season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Dave Nathan welcoming you back to the Reach Jewelers pregame show. Carolina and NC State coming your way at the top of the hour as the Tar Heels come racing out of the tunnel. We've got some more racing talk with Joey Logano joining us here inside the Smith Center. And Joey, before we get down to it, more treacherous terrain. Daytona 3 wide in the rain on Sunday are getting to the Smith Center this afternoon.
I tell you what, it wasn't bad. I drove here from Charlotte, North Carolina, and it wasn't bad until the last 20 miles. And it feels fine if it was just you on the road. It's the cars coming at me head on. I don't trust them. I don't like that part. So it feels a lot like Daytona from that standpoint.
With Daytona in the rearview, it means a new season is upon us. And Joey, having reached the top of the mountain, being a NASCAR champion, what's it like to have that confidence in your back pocket and be the hunted this year?
You know, it's nice. There's no doubt the confidence, the momentum, all that's real, but we got to stay hungry. That's the big thing, right? Just like the success from other sports teams, and even here tonight, right? The success that we've seen from the Tar Heels before. You got to stay hungry, right? What you did last year is not good enough anymore. You got to keep looking for that next thing and keep pushing. So, yeah, that's kind of where we are right now as a team. We got to keep looking for the next best thing, and it's the start of the new year. Everyone's reset back to zero for the most part after Daytona. Maybe not anymore. We're a little behind, so we got to catch up.
That's NASCAR's finest Joey Logano joining us here live inside the Smith Center for Carolina basketball. Joey, closest track to Chapel Hill nowadays, it's Martinsville. I remember growing up and going to Wilkesboro, and of course there was Rockingham. But the Martinsville race, 6 weeks away on March 30th. What separates that track from some of the others on the circuit?
Well, just like where we are tonight, it's very historic, right? There's a lot of history behind the Martinsville Speedway. All the greats have raced there. Richard Petty, the Wood brothers, the Pearson, all of them. They have all raced there before, and so it's really special to be there. Obviously, it's a grueling race, 500 laps around a half-mile racetrack that's shaped like a paper clip. It's brutal, but I think that's also what makes it fun, right? So it makes the fans enjoy it. Tempers flare a little bit. It's been known to happen there in Martinsville a few times. Been a part of that once or twice, but it's also, you go for that grandfather clock. It's got an iconic trophy. That's something that every driver wants to click off.
So I got to ask you this. You've got the grandfather clock trophy somewhere. Where in the world is it?
It's at my house, man. I got no excuses for being late. That's one thing. If you win Martinsville and you get the clock, you can never show up late anymore.
Well, do us a favor. Coach Smith was always famous for telling his players and staff to turn their watches ahead 10 minutes. So set your grandfather clock trophy ahead 10 minutes for Coach Smith and the Tar Heels, huh?
I like that idea. I'll give that a shot.
Hey, closing thought here, away from racing, Carolina basketball. I see that you've got a young one wearing a Carolina ball cap here today. How big of an event is this for you guys?
Well, this is really, I've never been here before, so this is really cool to see it in person. And my son, he's loves basketball, and I don't know why he's going to count into basketball. He's growing up in a racing family, but he loves basketball, and so he plays, and Dad can't really help him much because I didn't get much abilities from the basketball talent department, but I've enjoyed learning the game and having fun, and a special night for us tonight together. We're sitting on the floor here, so it's going to be really fun to watch everybody play up close.
That's NASCAR champion Joey Logano here inside the Smith Center. Joey, thanks again so much for making the trip here to Chapel Hill from Charlotte. Enjoy the ball game, and in all seriousness, good luck the rest of the way in NASCAR here in 2025.
We'll have some fun tonight. Thanks for having me on. Talk to you later.
Thank you. The great Joey Logano here in the Smith Center taking in Carolina basketball as NC State, the opponent here tonight. We'll hear from Coach Davis in the Continental Tire Coaches Corner, plus Tyler and Adam will handle some of your Carolina questions when we come back after this from Learfield.
If you're a Tar Heel fan, you know what a winning lineup looks like. Tough, dependable, and versatile. So if you're looking for a new car, check out Honda's impressive award-winning roster to find your MVP. Civic, Accord, CR-V, HR-V, Passport, Odyssey, Ridgeline, and Pilot. Rugged capability, intelligent all-wheel drive systems, and traction modes. Find your Honda at your Honda dealers of the Carolinas today.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Tar Heel Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in the Tar Heel State. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time exclusively at a Sleep Number store. This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Stay in the know about what's happening at home with CPI Security's state-of-the-art security system. Featuring a doorbell camera to protect your packages, outdoor cameras to deter break-ins, and indoor cameras to verify emergencies and keep an eye on your family. Plus, it's all backed by CPI's award-winning and local professional monitoring station, getting you the help you need when you need it. When every second counts, count on CPI. Visit CPISecurity.com for more information. CPI Security is a proud sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
You can create a winning image for your team and keep your employees safe and productive with UniFirst. Every UniFirst uniform program includes comfortable workwear and exceptional service. UniFirst also has all the facility and safety products you need to help keep your workplace clean and your customers happy. At UniFirst, we always deliver because you always deliver. UniFirst is a proud partner of Carolina Athletics. Visit us at unifirst.com.
Tar Heel fans, Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Score to Give More program. For each free throw the Tar Heels make in tonight's game, Food Line Feeds will donate 100 meals to feed our neighbors in need right here in the Triangle. We're in need of some Carolina answers because you've got Carolina questions. Adam Lucas will join us in just a moment, but Tyler Zeller, first question from Todd Whitman. If Jalen Withers is going to play more minutes, how can he improve as a rebounder to take some of the burden off Seth Trimble and maybe create some offensive rebounding opportunities too?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things with Jalen Withers is just inconsistent. Early in the year, he was a really good rebounder. He hasn't played as much recently, and timing goes a lot into rebounding. So I think as he plays more, hopefully he continues to play well, which means he will play more because we need him. And if he can do that, his rebound numbers will definitely go up. Against Syracuse, he had a tough night rebounding just because he had a big matchup. He had to make sure he's blocking out. He couldn't release as early and did a fantastic job of it.
$64,000 question for Adam Lucas from Brian Schneider. Would winning out in the regular season put Carolina in the big dance?
Just tell me where to go to pick up that check, Dave. Winning out in the regular season, yes, I think that would do it. You have to win all the games between now and Duke in order to set that Duke game up as a great opportunity to get a really good win, something Carolina needs on its resume. But in order to get there and have that game meaning, you got to take care of games like right here tonight.
And if you don't get Duke, then you got to have a run in the ACC tournament.
Got to win at least 2, you would think, in Charlotte.
Yep.
All right, guys, good stuff as we send things over to Jones inside the Continental Tire Coach's Corner. You can visit ContinentalTire.com. Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
Tar Heels back at home in the Smith Center to take on NC State, and I'm with the head coach of the Tar Heels, Hubert Davis. We are inside the Continental Tire Coach's Corner. Carolina coming off that win, Coach, on Saturday up in Syracuse, and leading up to that game, you talked a lot about the quality of your practices and how you felt like your team had really worked well. How have things gone this week as you prepare for a busy stretch here coming up?
Yeah, they've been just as spirited in practice and exactly the way that I wanted. So that, when we go into the game, that's the way that we have to play for a full 40 minutes. And so, going back, really proud of the way that they reacted and responded on the road against Syracuse and getting them also to understand what's coming here with NC State, that very talented team, always up for the challenge in playing us, and it will be a high-level competition out there on the floor.
Jalen Withers was a big part of the win in Syracuse with his level of play. How can you get closer to that with Jalen? He's so talented, but finding that consistency, I know, has been a challenge.
Yeah, that would be awesome, because we've talked before that he just changes our team completely on both ends of the floor. You mentioned his length and his athleticism defensively to be able to guard multiple positions, a lot of times 1 through 5. And then on the offensive end, because of his gifts, his ability to knock down threes, drive, finish in transition, offensive rebounds, it changes our team completely. And so glad Jay Witt played that way against Syracuse, and my hope is that he'll play that way tonight against NC State.
When State is playing well, it is turning over its opponent a lot and scoring off of those turnovers. How do you try and avoid any turnover issues this evening?
Yeah, I mean I've told them a lot that you can't let NC State's pressure dictate and decide how efficient we are on the offensive end in regards to our pace. And so that's where NC State gets a lot of their steals. That they're very aggressive and physical on the ball. They get into the passing lanes. They try to speed you up, and then you make uncharacteristic passes and shots, and that allows them to get into the open court, and that's where they're really good. And so got to rebound the basketball, got to take care of the basketball, and if we do those two things, I think it puts us in a really good position.
Carolina and NC State coming soon. We'll talk a little bit more about this matchup with the Pack a little later in our pregame show.
Cut time, cut costs, cut grass. Double your runtime with free extra battery deals on Steel tools and cut through your spring cleaning to-do list. Mow, trim, cut, prune. Do it all with Steel battery. Find your deal at your local Steel dealer or shop online at steelusa.com. Get a free extra battery with select Steel tool sets. Set includes battery and charger. Extra batteries up to $160 MSRP value. Offer valid for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Hey, Tar Heel fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as the game. With mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-ordered party platters to please any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-grill pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pre-game stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Tar Heel fans shop for their delicious game day.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Get $1,750 in bonus lease cash on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5. Offer valid through March 3rd, 2025. Offer entitled $1,750 bonus lease cash on the lease of a new and untitled 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 gas vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
For any surface and every season, Continental Tire is the smart choice in tires. From ultra-high performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sport 02 to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Contact AT. Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
Together, that's how we stay in the game, ready to play. As one great team, UNC Health is keeping you well by bringing renewed focus, approach, and dedicated services close to you. Exceptional care is what you and your family deserve. Together, let's put points on the board for life well played. Team up with UNC Health, proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
Hey y'all, this is Michael Felder, co-host of College Sports Now. We're breaking down all the action from around the country every week during the football season. We'll look beyond the box score and keep our finger on the pulse of college football from September all the way through the national championship game in January. Listen all season long on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you love to get your favorite podcast. And be sure to follow along on Twitter at CSNowTweets.
Carolina Basketball is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Take a taste. This is the Reed's Jewelers pregame show.
Kevin Keats helped lead NC State on an improbable run through the NCAA tournament last year and into the Final Four. This year, NC State in trouble of missing the ACC tournament. He spoke earlier this week about the lack of consistency in college basketball.
If you just look at our league, probably outside of Louisville, which some of that probably has to do with NIL, you look at our league, the teams that are consistent right now. You speak of Clemson, just getting two really good players back that are, knows what they're doing. Obviously, Duke's Duke because Cooper makes them really good. But it's hard to build programs, to build culture the way you want to when there is going to be so much turnover. And I think the biggest adjustment is going to have to come from us coaches. We have to figure out, all right, how to, obviously, bring a new group in every year and then push your culture on them a lot earlier than you ever expect. I think it's really hurt our league probably a little bit more than everybody else because we typically have a lot of pros or guys who may not be happy and end up going into the transfer portal. But it will not be an easy thing from year to year just because they're going to be turnover. Like, you could have a roster. You might bring in 8 to 10 guys every year from this point on.
And that's the head coach of NC State, Kevin Keats, here on the Reed Jewelers pregame show. Press the pause button, come back with a look at the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Plus, we still have part 2 of Jones' conversation with Coach Davis in the Continental Tire Coach's Corner and our keys to the game. It's the Pack and Tar Heels coming up tonight in the Smith Center from Learfield.
If you're a Tar Heel fan, you know what a winning lineup looks like. Tough, dependable, and versatile. So if you're looking for a new car, check out Honda's impressive award-winning roster to find your MVP. Civic, Accord, CRV, HRV, Passport, Odyssey, Ridgeline, and Pilot. Rugged capability, intelligent all-wheel drive systems, and traction modes. Find your Honda at your Honda dealers of the Carolinas today.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Carolina Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance was just named one of America's best insurance companies by Forbes and the nation's best auto insurer in Crash Network's Insurer Report Card for the 3rd year in a row. Sometimes being the best means being a little different. Our difference is our people. And with agents in every county, you've got local, award-winning service right in your backyard. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
This is Carolina Basketball from Learfield.
Liberty Senior Living Communities offer vibrant lifestyles in some of North Carolina's most sought-after locations. The amenities of fine resorts and the incomparable comforts of home. All Liberty Senior Living Communities are designed for active seniors and feature whole-person wellness, distinctive dining, life enrichment, and top-class amenities and services. Visit your local Liberty Senior Living Community, the Templeton of Cary, today and come home to the retirement you deserve. Exceptional senior living here, there, and everywhere you want to be.
You are the co-pilot. You go by many names, and Marathon knows how important you are to your team. You are the carpool driver, the assistant coach, keeper of the shoulder pads, the knee pads, and the helmets. The back of your car looks like a sporting goods store. You are the top dog at the tailgate. The ride there, the ride home, and in between, you are the biggest fan. This season and every season, Marathon is proud to fuel you and your team because we're driven together.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness or disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Help us get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Welcome back to the Reed Jewelers pregame show. Dave Nathan back inside the Smith Center. Carolina and NC State about 15 minutes away from getting started as that lower bowl continues to fill up. Again, if you can get in the building, then the odds are you're going to have a pretty good seat for tonight with the snowy conditions outside. It's limited the number of people who've been able to get to the Smith Center. But again, if you can find your way into the building, then you can take in an outstanding ACC game with some pretty primo seats. Step into the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Helping you is what they do best, as our game, one of just Handful of games tonight in the ACC with SMU and Notre Dame tipping off at the top of the hour. Then it's Miami and Florida State at 9 o'clock. To the top 25. First two teams out of the gates, number 17 Kentucky and Vanderbilt at 7. The other games at 9. Arkansas at number 1 Auburn. 4th-ranked Alabama goes to number 15 Missouri. And at 9, DePaul hosts number 10 St. John's. That'll do it for the North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Helping you is what they do best. We'll pump the brakes, come back, and hear from Jones and Coach Davis once again inside the Continental Tire Coach's Corner from Learfield.
Hi, this is Cricket Lane, Senior Associate Athletics Director for Student Athlete Development. As the Bank of Doing, Wells Fargo is proud to be the official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Wells Fargo is supporting our student athletes in and out of their sport. With interactive financial health curriculum and empowerment resources, Wells Fargo has a game plan for the full student athlete experience from their first semester on campus through graduation. Learn more about what Wells Fargo is doing to put people and communities first by visiting wellsfargo.com/impact.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Tar Heel Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Tar Heel fans, this is Hubert Davis, head men's basketball coach at the University of North Carolina. Carolina fans are the best in the nation, and I'm so thankful for your support. Just like our team relies on solid fundamentals, you need the right foundation for your feet. And that's where the Good Feet store comes in. Their team of trained arch support specialists will find a personalized solution for you to help relieve foot, back, knee, and even hip pain. Support your heels today and head to the Good Feet store in Chapel Hill, Raleigh, Greensboro, and a new location in Wilmington.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Sarah. She loves her motorcycle. What she doesn't love is when it suddenly rains. As she sits underneath a bridge waiting for it to stop, she grows quite fond of the graffiti on the overpass. She really likes the one with John Hart's Claire and wonders if they're still together. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back. Get an online quote in as little as 3 minutes and see if you can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Tar Heel fans, this is an exclusive message from our favorite pizza partner, Domino's Pizza, who is on site at every home game where concessions are sold.
Hey Tar Heels, this is Ryan from your local Domino's. Our UNC alumni family-owned company has an exclusive everyday offer for all Tar Heel fans across all of North Carolina. Order online for delivery and use coupon code UNC at checkout and receive 25% off your entire online delivery order. That's right, 25% off everything. It's a great day to be a Tar Heel. Go Heels!
Carolina Basketball is brought to you by Wells Fargo, official retail bank sponsor of Carolina Athletics. This is the Reed's Jewelers pregame show.
Second meeting of the regular season between Carolina and NC State comes tonight in the Smith Center. I'm inside the Continental Tire Coach's Corner alongside the head coach of the Heels. That, of course, is Hubert Davis. Coach, this was a tight game the first time these two teams played. Carolina led for a majority of that contest, but came right down to the wire with the Tar Heels getting a basket and a defensive stop in the final couple of seconds. What was relevant in that game in your mind, and that could carry over to this second meeting this evening?
Well, I mean, in the first game, we didn't do a very good job of boxing out. I mean, Middlebrook had 7 offensive rebounds. Hill had 6 apiece. So we have to box out. We have to rebound. NC State does a really good job of sending, at times, all 5 guys to get a second chance opportunity. I thought we defended and put them on the free throw line. That allowed them to catch back up and actually take the lead in the second half. Our turnovers and our shot selection wasn't very good at all. And so, we've talked about how NC State feeds off of that, and that ignites them and allows them to be at their best. And so those are three things that we're just going to have to do tonight. We did a good job defending their three. I think they were 3 of 19, but those other parts have to be better, and we've improved in that, and we'll have to be even better with that tonight.
Jaden Taylor's a talented scorer. He's coming off a game where he scored 19 points. He played well in the second half of the game, the first time these two teams played. What does he do well? What is the challenges that he presents in trying to slow him down?
Well, defensively, he's their best on-ball defender, so he gets a lot of steals and deflections, and he's able to score and transition off of those steals and deflections. Offensively, he's a big guard. He's athletic. He's aggressive. He's a 3-level scorer. He can really score it, in that mid-range, get to the free throw line. He can knock down threes, but that's not something that he does best. And so he just competes. And so out there on the floor, like your will, your want to, your competitive fight, at worst has to match his. And my hope is it's better than his tonight, and against a very good team and a player that's playing extremely well right now.
Always intriguing when Carolina and State get together. It happens again tonight in the Smith Center. Coach, as always, thank you for your time and best of luck.
All right, thanks, Jones. I appreciate it.
That was the Continental Tire Coach's Corner, which sends us to our keys to the game. Take your Tar Heels tailgate to the next level with a new Honda. See your Honda dealer of the Carolinas today. Jones, in a game like this, neither team is in the hunt for a championship, but there's still so much on the line for both of these teams. You've got to play with controlled aggression and have your best players on the floor at the end of the game.
This is really boring, but I'm going avoiding turnovers. State forces them, and it really helps the pack get moving offensively, Z, when they're able to get easy points in transition after turnovers. Carolina can't be sloppy with the ball.
I agree, and then on top of that, I think you got to make sure you keep them off the offensive boards. Don't give them second chances. We've done a good job putting Withers in. Should help us rebound better, and then once we get out in transition.
Those are our keys to the game as we get ready for starting lineups and the tip-off. It's Carolina and NC State lifting off when we come back after this from Learfield.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 1.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through March 3rd, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $28.64 monthly payment for every $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Touchdown! On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
This is Carolina Basketball from Learfield.
CPI Security is a proud sponsor of Carolina Athletics and is the leading smart home security provider in the Southeast. Protecting what's important, CPI can secure your home or business from break-ins, fires, carbon monoxide alarms, and more. With professional installation, you won't have to lift a finger, plus you can count on CPI's local monitoring center to get you the help you need when you need it. Get the protection your family deserves today with CPI Security. Just visit cpisecurity.com for more information.
There are two legendary teams in our state, the Tar Heels men's basketball team and ours at Quality Equipment, where you'll find an unmatched lineup of John Deere equipment from tractor packages to riding mowers and zero turns. Get yours with an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Backed by our professional parts parts and service team that always comes through in the clutch. Stop by one of our 36 locations or visit us online at QualityEquip.com.
For any surface and every season, Continental Tire is the smart choice in tires. From ultra-high performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sport 02 to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Contact AT. Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
Well, it is a unique setup for sure tonight in the Smith Center. Open seating because of the heavy snow in the area. The lower bowl is, it is almost 100% full. If not, it is close. The seating now starting to spill into the top level. That ring around the very bottom portion of the upper level is almost full as well. And now some seats starting to fill in the midcourt area of the upper deck as well. So it should be a lively atmosphere here in the Smith Center because you had to work to get here tonight with the weather outside. Let's get to the starting lineups presented by Coors Light. Choose Chill. It's an official beer of the Tar Heels. And we'll start with the visitors tonight. That's NC State. They come in 10-15 overall, 3-11 in conference play. Kevin Keats now in his 8th year guiding NC State. He's actually the third most tenured coach in the ACC at this point. 149 wins, 109 losses in his time with the Pack. His starting five will include a bunch of guards. That includes Michael O'Connell, 6'2", graduate student, transfer from Stanford in his second year with State, 6 points, better than 3 assists per game. Marcus Hill, 6'4", a senior from Rockford, Illinois. He's a Bowling Green transfer. He's the leading scorer for State at 12.5 per game. He had a big game against Carolina and Raleigh, 20 points and 9 rebounds. Jaden Taylor, 6'4", senior, a Butler transfer from Indianapolis originally, just under 12 points and a steal and a half per game. A familiar name, Dontrez Styles, the 6'6" senior from Kinston. Of course, spent his first 2 years in college with the Tar Heels, played 45 games with Carolina in the 22 and 23 seasons. Went to Georgetown for a year, and now playing his senior year with NC State. Dontrez having a good year, just under 10 points per game. Meanwhile, Ben Middlebrooks, the 6'10" senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 7.5 points, better than 4 rebounds per game. He's also a good shot blocker, 4th best in the ACC. Middlebrooks had a career-high 14 rebounds in the game in Raleigh. 7 of them were on the offensive side. Now for Carolina, 15-11 overall, 8-6 in conference play, and another shakeup in the starting lineup for Carolina. They will start with Elliot Cadeau at the point guard spot, the 6'1" sophomore, West Orange, New Jersey. 10.5 points, 6 assists, per game. He's 3rd best in the ACC in the per game assist average. R.J. Davis, Carolina's leading scorer at better than 17 per game, the returning All-America graduate student from White Plains, New York. Also for the Tar Heels, Drake Powell makes his 14th start of the season. The 6'6" freshman from Pittsburgh coming off a 5.2 rebound, 3 assists, 2 block game against Syracuse on Saturday. Jalen Withers, off his best game of the season, 19 points and 6 rebounds. The 6'9" graduate student from Charlotte is averaging 5 points, 3.5 boards per game. And Ben Allen Lubin, the 6'8" junior from Orlando, Florida, at his 3rd stop in college. Notre Dame, then Vanderbilt, and now with the Tar Heels, 6.5 points, 5 rebounds per contest. Carolina won 63-61 back on January 11th in Raleigh. The Heels led for 28.5 minutes of that game, but even having that number, there were 11 lead changes and 8 ties. A lot of those happened either right at the beginning of the game or in the final 6 or 7 minutes of the contest. Let's get to the uniform reveal. It's sponsored by UniFirst. If you need work uniforms that help your team stay at the top of their game, UniFirst can deliver for you. You'll get exceptional service, top-notch products, and uniform experts who always deliver. Carolina going with those throwback uniforms again. that they've worn a handful of times this year. Good look from the 80s, the all-white with the Carolina blue numbers, letters, and trim. The Foot Tar Heel logo on the side of the shorts. Meanwhile, State's an all-road red tonight with white numbers and letters, some black in the trim of the jerseys and shorts. Roger Ayers, Clarence Armstrong, and Matt Potter, the three officials tonight for the 249th meeting between Carolina and State. And again, open seating has the bottom level full, the upper level starting to get decent amount of folks up there as well. Heavy snow in the area made it difficult to get to the Smith Center tonight, so they opened up the doors, and likely going to be a great atmosphere here in Chapel Hill. Thanks for joining us. Jones and Tyler Zeller with you in our Lenovo courtside seats. It'll be Middlebrooks and Vin Allen Lubin to jump it up. We'll say, I was going to get Z's thoughts on Drake Powell starting, but we'll get those in a minute because Clarence Armstrong's ready to go. Ball in the air, and it will be State that earns the opening tip and the first possession of the ball game. There are some State fans here as well, of course, dotted in red around the Smith Center tonight as the Pack turns it over on the opening possession. Just a pass on the perimeter. Marcus Hill had it bounce off his foot into the backcourt, so Carolina was defending tightly, but pretty much an unforced error there by State on the first possession.
Yeah, just a bad pass, bad fumble really on the catch. So great job by Carolina on defense, just putting pressure on them, but just a careless turnover for State.
Tar Heels got to be aware they only have 20 on the shot clock because of that turnover occurring in the backcourt. Carolina has the ball slapped into the backcourt. R.J. Davis goes to get it, and there's only 5 left on the shot clock. He's got to hurry. Pocket pass to Vin Allen Lubin, elevates the shoot, knocked away. R.J. Davis ends up with the loose ball. A long fling up for 3 is no good, and Ben Middlebrooks comes down with the rebound for NC State. So Carolina couldn't get things moving on its opening possession. The Pack with the basketball, still scoreless. Not quite a minute gone by here in the Smith Center. Screens up high for Taylor. He drives to the right elbow, but has to kick it out to O'Connell. Shot clock for State's down to 10 as they get it in the post to Middlebrooks. Double team comes. He kicks it out. Shot clock down to 5. O'Connell will penetrate and pitch, and the corner 3 spins out by Dontrez Styles. Rebound to Elliot Cadeau. Still scoreless with Carolina and NC State. Second possession for the Heels. Cadeau, middle of the floor, rifles a pass left corner to Davis, drives, kicks, Withers, right corner 3, no good. Powell fighting for the rebound, knocked out of bounds off Styles, so it will belong to Carolina. Great effort by Powell to keep that rebound alive, and eventually it will belong to the Heels.
Yeah, great activity offensively. Davis catching in the corner, driving baseline to Withers, who shot really well from the corner. It's a really good shot, and then Powell being active on the boards, keeping it alive.
Yeah, just spun out on Withers, who hit 3 threes the other night in the win against Syracuse. Cadeau having trouble getting it in, just has to throw it into the backcourt. R.J. Davis able to chase it down before Ben Middlebrooks could get there.
Thankfully, R.J.'s faster than Middlebrooks.
Yeah, that's right, as Davis just brings it front side, but the shot clock getting low again. Davis drives to the left wing, hesitates, penetrates, out to Withers, shot clock down to 4. He's going to have to force up a tough 3 and splashes it home.
That's one of those shots you say, no, and then he knocks it in. So great shot by Withers, a little step back, something you don't usually see from him. A really heavily contested, but knocked it in.
The Tar Heels have had a couple of possessions and been forced into late clock opportunities a few times. As State works it on the perimeter, O'Connell has it near the timeline. Uses a Middlebrooks screen. Now bounces to Middlebrooks. Backdoor to Taylor. Finishes and the foul as R.J. Davis tried to block it from behind and picks up the personal. Nice play by State, and Taylor can try to tie the game with the free throw here early.
Great pass by Middlebrooks. Caught it right at the top of the key. Taylor went backdoor and threw it right under Davis's arm as he was going backdoor. So just a good play by State. Got to be something we got to be aware of is he's really good with those backdoor passes.
Taylor coming off a 19-point game, misses the free throw, and Withers gets the rebound for Carolina. One personnel note, Ty Claude is in street clothes for Carolina, lower body injury for him, so not available tonight. Claude has played in 15 games this year. Cadeau on the drive has his shot blocked out of bounds by Middlebrooks as he drove right of the lane. It'll stay with Carolina with 15 on the shot clock.
Middlebrooks is a really good shot blocker inside. We got to be aware of that. Cadeau tried attacking him there and just couldn't get it up.
Yeah, averages a block and a half per game. R.J. Davis, after the inbound, drives in, had it stripped, and the officials say it's to State. Now they're going to change the call as it went out of bounds on the sideline. And they will say, nope, that should belong to the Tar Heels. So Carolina will have another shot with 10 on the shot clock as they get it into Davis. Right back to Cadeau, who had been the inbounder. Right over to RJ on the right wing. Hesitation. Now he'll step back three. Yes, sir.
Great shot by R.J. Davis. Just one little head fake, one dribble to his right, step back straight into it, shooting it with confidence.
Tar Heels have made some tough shots here early to lead it 6-2, but State forcing them into some tough looks. Again, Middlebrooks high post. He'll hand off to O'Connell on the perimeter. And a foul on Cadeau for the hand check. And again, Cadeau, who has had foul trouble this year, he has been called coming into this game for 80 fouls. The next closest Tar Heel is Jalen Washington, who had 22 fewer fouls called on him than Cadeau. Cadeau trying to defend O'Connell on the perimeter. O'Connell jump stop as he drives right to the lane, and a tough finish by the Stanford transfer to make it 6-4. Yeah, so State attacking Cadeau there after the early foul.
Exactly. O'Connell realizing Cadeau didn't want to foul, just went right at him.
Tar Heels wanted a foul called as Cadeau tried to drive, didn't get it. He loses the ball, recovers, and sends it in the left corner to R.J. Davis, who dribbled back out to the timeline area. Gets a high screen from Lubin. R.J. over to Drake Powell. The freshman is going to earn a whistle as a hand check foul, this time on State. Marcus Hill, the senior from Rockford, Illinois, picks up his first personal for the hand check. Just an aggressive drive by Powell after the catch, and Hill was a little out of position. That'll reset the shot clock to 20. Carolina up 6-4 here early on. 16:28 to play in the first half. Cadeau on the left sideline uses a Lubin screen to weave into the lane, but then turned it over. I'm not sure who he was trying to pass it to. Stiles came out of there with it. Stiles in transition, misses, but then pokes in his own miss for the bucket. So State has tied things up at 6 as Stiles able to get that rebound around a couple different Tar Heels for the putback.
Quick second jump, able to get it, easy putback.
Hard drive by Powell, and the finish layup right side by the freshman.
Yeah, conversely, Powell realizing Hill didn't want to foul. As soon as he caught it, went downhill, able to get all the way to the rim and finish.
Boy, a couple of nice hard moves by Powell has earned a foul and then a bucket for the Tar Heel freshman. O'Connell drives to the right elbow with the heels up 8-6, sends it out to Jaden Taylor. A switch has Vin Allen Lubin guarding Taylor. He bounces in the post to Middlebrooks. Double team comes back out to Taylor. Extra pass goes to O'Connell. Three-pointer rattles out. Rebound slapped out, but into the hands of State. Hill. And the pack will reset. Carolina up 8-6, but State with the basketball. Nice crossover by Hill. Can't finish against the defense of Withers. Tar Heels out on the run. Long pass by Cadeau. Chased down by R.J. Davis, and he's fouled trying to make the layup attempt in transition by Jaden Taylor. Taylor's first. It will result in a couple of free throws for R.J. Davis when action resumes. So a lot of action here early on. Carolina's hit a couple of tough threes. That's helped them to an early advantage. 8-6 with 15:15 to play in the first half. More to do when we return from the Smith Center. It's Carolina basketball from Learfield.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
We know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Tar Heel Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
Window World, America's largest exterior remodeler and a proud partner of UNC, provides exceptional quality windows, siding, doors, and more. They're headquartered right here in North Carolina and have enhanced over 100,000 homes across 30 counties for over 25 years. Improving your largest investment with energy efficiency products and creating amazing curb appeal is what they do best. From Raleigh-Durham to Rocky Mount, down to Fayetteville and beyond. Call, click, or visit Window World, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics, today.
15:15 to go here in the first half in the Smith Center. Good action early on. Carolina leads 8-6 over NC State. Game sponsor tonight, longtime friend of ours here on the Tar Heel Sports Network, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina, official health insurance partner of Carolina Athletics. And also, of course, Z and I are sitting in our Lenovo courtside seats. We fortunately, even with the open seating, we were able to get our normal seats today. That's good. It's, of course, brought to you by Lenovo, global technology leader that has called North Carolina home since 2005. Lenovo.com, Lenovo smarter technology for all. Again, on that North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard, it's 8-6 Carolina. Z, I will say one thing early. State's defended Carolina well. It feels like the Tar Heels have had to work hard for their shots. They've hit a couple of tough threes. Whereas State, a couple of times, has gotten good looks at the basket, either by good ball movement or just going one-on-one for some shots around the rim.
Yeah, other than the Powell drive where he got the easy layup, the 2 threes we've made have been really difficult. They're doing a good job switching, keeping us in front of them. And now with Huntley Hatfield in, they're going to be able to switch that even more, conversely with Middlebrooks, as Davis makes his first free throw. And then on the other end, we got to do a better job, get back in transition. You can't give up that Styles easy layup or easy putback on the transition.
Second one by R.J. Davis, good as well. So he has 5 early points. Tar Heels going to pick up with some full court pressure here as the inbounds is taken away. Carolina gets the steal. R.J. Davis can't finish, but then Seth Trimble, who's into the game, pokes it up with his right hand for 2.
Yeah, diamond and 1 press, just doing a great job putting pressure on him.
And another turnover as State gets it into Trey Parker, a 6'1 freshman from Fayetteville who just came in. He's the man who turned it over the first time as he threw it away after the inbounds and then stepped out of bounds here on the second opportunity. So that press forces 2 quick turnovers. Carolina on a 6-0 run, leading 12-6 and inbounding the ball. They have R.J. Davis, Seth Trimble, Ian Jackson in for the first time, Drake Powell and Jalen Washington in for the first time as well. It's Ian Jackson on the left sideline, guarded by former Tar Heel Dontre Styles. A little bit of a sloppy pass, almost taken away. Washington able to secure it, get it back to Jackson. Shot clock down to 3. Ian on the drive, has to turn, shoot, and doesn't get the roll. Trimble fighting on the glass is going to earn another possession as Trey Parker couldn't squeeze it due to Trimble's activity. And the freshman for State frustrated. He's had a couple of tough plays here early, but it will belong to the Heels.
Yeah, not a great start offensively for Carolina, but really good job being active and trying to find easy shots.
Inbounds goes to Jackson in the left corner. Drives to the free throw line. Down low to Washington. Pump fake and the layup as Styles went flying by on the pump.
Great play by Jackson to hit Washington at the rim. The pump fake was needed. As soon as he flew by, he was able to finish on the outside of the rim.
14-6. Carolina on an 8-0 run. Styles in the front court for State. Flips it to Huntley Hatfield. Did not play the first time these two teams played due to an injury. He's going to pull up from the ACC logo and miss. Trimble way up for the rebound. Tar Heels the other way, trying to extend an 8-0 run and an 8-point lead. He sends it to a trailing Washington top of the key. He needs some help after picking up his dribble. State denying the handoff to Davis, so he gives it to Trimble. Trimble drives to the right baseline. Long pass to Jackson, middle of the floor. Shot clock down to 10. Jackson loops a dangerous pass to R.J. Davis. Davis going to drive hard. The lane was clear thanks to a block out by Washington, and Davis lays it home.
A great play by R.J. Davis. Caught it, realized the shot clock was low, got it around his man, just got all the way to the rim.
State takes a timeout with the Tar Heels now on a 10-0 run and leading 16-6. And Zeke, there have been a couple of interesting possessions here where it feels like if you're the Pack, I'm guessing you feel like you defended pretty well for about 25 seconds, and Carolina's been able to get some baskets here late. That one was much easier than some of those late clock threes that they hit, thanks to a great block out down low. Jalen Washington cleared the space for R.J. Davis.
Yeah, and you really see it. They're trapping Ian Jackson right now, so he's able to drag it out, both on the Washington down low pass as well as the one cross court to Davis. A little dangerous on that pass, which is part of why Davis was able to get downhill.
Tar Heels already have 10 second chance points in this game. They have 4 offensive rebounds and 10 second chance points. They only had 6 second chance points the whole game in Raleigh. So we've seen Trimble be active. Powell was active, keeping a play alive earlier as well, and some of those second chance opportunities have paid off. Now, coming out of this timeout, looks like the Heels are going to set up with this full court pressure again, which forced back-to-back turnovers by State a moment ago and has helped spread this run to 10-0.
Yeah, you just got to be careful. Now we're up 10. Stay focused. Keep the energy up.
Well, they get Hill in a problem, but he's finally able to break it. It ends up to Parker, and an acrobatic layup gets stuck in between the backboard and the rim, but a foul is called as Jalen Washington is going to get called for his first foul. He was on the back end of that press, and something we've seen about this type of press that the Tar Heels are running is that they can force some turnovers with it, but if you get past that initial line, then you got to hustle back if you're the Heels, as Parker is going to the line for 2 shots.
It usually turns into a 2-on-1 on the backside. In that case, it was Jalen Washington's the only one back, and Parker is able to get all the way to the rim. Unfortunately, get a foul on Washington.
So Trey Parker has not shot a lot of free throws this year, 4 of 6, and just 2 in the last 13 games, but he makes the first. And that makes it 16-7, stops that 10-0 Tar Heel run. So again, the foul on Washington is first, third on the Tar Heels. Second free throw by the freshman Parker, good as well. So he looked like someone comfortable at the line, even though he hadn't been there a bunch. And now State's going to pick up with some full court pressure to see how the Tar Heels handle it. Trimble gets it in the corner to Davis. Once he gets it in, State eases up. And so Davis able to come one-on-one into the front court against Marcus Hill Jr. Heels up 8, 16-8, as Jackson has it in the front court right side. Hesitation and drive. His shot altered at the rim, but Jalen Washington able to come out of there with it. Finds Trimble. Easy shot from right of the lane. Pushes it up and in for 2.
Great patience by Washington after he got the rebound. Took a dribble. Trimble cut to the basket. Dropped it off to him for an easy layup.
Tar Heels again with some pressure in the backcourt. State still trying to get it front side. Finally does. It's going to get an open look at 3. No good. Powell reaches way up for the rebound. Heels sprinting the other direction. Back up by 10 at 18-8. They'll have to reset in the half court this time as Cadeau and Withers are at the scorer's table for the Heels. State again denies R.J. Davis out on the perimeter. Finally, Carolina gets it to him. Davis on the edge for Carolina. Drives to the left elbow. Pump fake. Step back is short. And State with the rebound. Tough shot that time by Davis that didn't go. This is Dennis Parker Jr., and there's 2 players for State named Parker, both on the floor, not related. O'Connell with it over to the other Parker, Trey Parker, the freshman. He's going one-on-one with the freshman for the Heels, Ian Jackson, and then he just threw it away. Tried to throw it to Huntley Hatfield on the left baseline. Huntley Hatfield had started to cut into the paint, and so the pass sailed into the front row and will belong to the Heels. That stoppage in play gives R.J. Davis and Drake Powell their first breather as Cadeau and Withers do come in. So now it's Cadeau, Trimble, Jackson, Withers, and Washington. R.J. Davis has 7 of Carolina's 18 points. Heels lead 18-8 with 12:18 to play first half. Washington on the edge for Carolina, top of the key, hands off to Cadeau. Cadeau now using a screen over to Withers. His right sideline 3 rattles home.
Feeling good recently. That's a tough shot. Withers drifting to the corner. As soon as it hit his hand, he let it go and was able to knock it in.
Withers, percentage-wise, is actually Carolina's best three-point shooter at 42%, 16 of 38 on the season coming into the game. And it's now 21-8. Carolina by 13. Big screen by Huntley Hatfield gets Taylor free into the lane, and he hits the tough jumper. He wanted a foul as well, which didn't come, but he gets his second bucket to make it 21-10.
Yeah, Taylor doing a great job just attacking downhill. Was able to pull up for a little jumper from about 8 feet.
Next dead ball will be the under 12 timeout as Withers has it back door to Cadeau for the layup. Great pass and finish.
Yeah, great screen by Jalen Washington after Cadeau got rid of it. Cadeau went straight to the rim. Withers able to hit him there.
State with it on the perimeter. Jaden Taylor to Huntley Hatfield. Back door it goes. Knocked away by Carolina into the hands of Withers. Tar Heels trying to run. Cadeau, hesitation. Drive, leaves it for Washington, and he is fouled at the rim, trying to dunk it in by Huntley Hatfield. First foul by Huntley Hatfield, third on State. And it'll be a couple free throws for Jalen Washington when we return. Carolina, 9 of 16 from the floor. They've also forced 5 state turnovers. This is a state team that only averages 9 turnovers per game, the 8th fewest in the nation. But the Heels have forced them into 5 here early, and those turnovers have turned into points as well. Heels have 7 off those miscues and can add to it with some free throws when we return. 23-10 Carolina, 11:08 to play. First half in the Smith Center from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. You can't control other motorists, but you can control how you operate your vehicle. Avoid distractions while driving, like texting or checking social media. You can't drive safely unless driving has your full attention. Any non-driving activity you engage in increases your risk of crashing. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoHeels. If you're a Tar Heel fan, you know what a winning lineup looks like. Tough, dependable, and versatile. So if you're looking for a new car, check out Honda's impressive award-winning roster to find your MVP. Civic, Accord, CR-V, HR-V, Passport, Odyssey, Ridgeline, and Pilot. Rugged capability, intelligent all-wheel drive systems, and traction modes. Find your Honda at your Honda dealers of the Carolinas today.
All the action, all season long. This is Carolina basketball.
11 minutes, 8 seconds to play first half in Chapel Hill. Carolina out to an early 23-10 advantage over NC State. The unexpected happens every day, and when it does, we invite you to head to Kohl's and Kohls.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. We're also brought to you in part by the Good Feet store. If you have foot, knee, hip, or back pain, Good Feet arch supports are engineered to support all 4 arches to provide pain relief, balance, and comfort. Try them for yourself. Book your free fitting today at goodfeet.com. Z, 2 big numbers on this stat sheet for Carolina. 12 second chance points on 5 offensive rebounds and 5 NC State turnovers. As we said, State is one of the best in the country at protecting the basketball. In fact, they only had 5 turnovers the entire game, their last matchup with BC on Saturday.
Yes, they've had 6 or less in 3 out of the last 4 games, and then they're 8th in the NCAA in turnovers per game. It's a team that takes care of the ball. They're doing a really good job of it all year. We've been able to force it. Trey Parker, part of that, freshman coming in, looked a little nervous. He's got 3 turnovers, but the second chance points, you really see the activity, the aggression of all the guards. You know, Powell's got his hand on a couple. Trimble's got a couple. Washington's been really good. So just doing a really good job being active, trying to keep the ball alive. And then thankfully we've been able to knock down some threes, 3 of 5 from 3. Just tough shots, but able to knock them in.
Yeah, it's interesting as Washington's going to go to the line. It's not as though the Tar Heels have had a lot of just rebounds and immediate putbacks, but it's been a lot of balls that got knocked out of bounds that may belong to Carolina, or maybe they get the rebound, pass it around a bit, and score something like that. As Jalen Washington to the line for this first of 2 free throws. Oh, boy, that thing. Front iron, backboard, sat on the front iron again, thought about falling off, but then reversed course and dropped home. So he has 3. And it's 24-10. Washington, a 65% shooter on the season. Second one up, and that one's right through the net. So Carolina up 25-10 and showing that pressure again in the backcourt. Hill double-teamed in the corner, in some trouble, flings it to the timeline area, chased down by State's Jaden Taylor, and now the Pack will set up in the half court. So Carolina, largest lead here early of 15 points. Taylor, long 2, off the back iron, no good, box out by Trimble. Head up as he comes front side. Oh, stepped through the defense, lost his balance, threw it up wildly, and couldn't score. Inbound or rebound to NC State. Hill the other direction, has his shot pinned against the glass by Jalen Washington. Up and down they go as Carolina the other way. Ian Jackson can't get to the hoop, so he'll ease it back out. It ends up to Cadeau in the center jump circle area. 25-10.
Great block by Washington. Great job by Jackson pulling it out, realizing he didn't have anything.
Ian Jackson open for three. Splashes it home from the left wing.
Great roll by Washington. Jackson realized his man was tagging, went right to the three-point line, caught it, shot it.
It is now 28-10 Carolina with 10:08 to go in the first half. O'Connell dribbling in the center jump circle area against the defense of Ian Jackson. Gets a screen from Middlebrooks. Now passes to the State big man. He's able to work around Washington. Misses the rebound, or misses the layup. Rebound to State, and tough finish by Stiles. Carolina had men there for the board, kind of knocked each other off of it, and Stiles able to take advantage with the tough finish.
Yeah, we had a couple guards running out that missed the rebound, but the bigs doing a great job fighting inside. Just got to come up with that one.
28-12 after Stiles' second basket as O'Connell knocks a perimeter pass out of bounds. Carolina going to take the dead ball opportunity to sub three players. In come Powell, Lubin, and Davis. Out go Withers, Washington, and Trimble. So the five on the floor will be Cadeau, Davis, Jackson, Powell, and Vin Allen Lubin. L.A. Cadeau's going to throw it in right in front of us here courtside in the Smith Center. Heels up by 16. Largest lead has been 18. 9:35 to go as Cadeau gets by Taylor on the perimeter, but stops at the right elbow. Kicks it over to Davis, left sideline. Shot clock down to 6. Heels got to go. Cadeau has it again. One-on-one. He's going to try a long three. Yes! Cadeau with the triple.
Coming off a hot night, Syracuse, where he made 13 threes, able to continue to make it. Just a little step-back three from Cadeau there.
31-12. I think the officials may take a look at that one at the next dead ball to see if Cadeau's foot was on the line. Middlebrooks front court for State over to O'Connell. Drives right at the lane, kicks it out to Middlebrooks. Extra pass goes to Jaden Taylor open for three. I don't know why, and he made it. Don't know why Cadeau left Taylor to go guard Middlebrooks as Carolina, in the blink of an eye, it's Ian Jackson on the other side. Ends up spilled on the baseline, but gets the layup. Here comes State the other way. Quick three, that one spins out. Lubin with the rebound, 33-15. Heels up 18 and on the run. R.J. Davis, another three. Off the iron, no. Stiles collects the rebound for NC State.
Man, this is just up and down. As soon as you get the ball, as soon as you get the rebound, you're just kicking it out, getting up and down as fast as you can.
8:30 to go in the first half. Tar Heels up 33-15. Middlebrooks on the perimeter, gets it in the right corner to O'Connell. Now to Middlebrooks. Carolina going to let him shoot that three. No good. Rebound Ian Jackson. I think both teams a little winded here with this action. R.J. Davis, crossover, drive, tried to bounce it to Lubin. Bodies to the floor. Lubin saves it to R.J. Davis, and he's fouled as he immediately goes up for a shot after the frantic action concluded. The foul is on O'Connell, his first, and it's going to result in some free throws for R.J. Davis.
Yeah, Davis tried to throw it to Lubin, a little careless pass, but Lubin doing a great job getting on the floor. As soon as he got it, he threw it back to Davis, and O'Connell basically reached for it, hit his arm, and Davis smartly went up for a shot right away. So just a great job there in transition, going up and down. We got to make sure we get good shots, make sure we're getting good looks each time, and then defensively get back, keep them from getting easy shots in their transition.
8:08 to play first half, 33-15 as the first free throw by R.J. Davis is good. State's going to bring in a freshman, Paul McNeil Jr. Did not play in the first game, but has become a larger part of their bench rotation as of late. The rookie is from Rockingham, North Carolina. Also, Jackson will sit down, and Trimble comes in for Carolina. So it's Cadeau, Davis, Trimble, Powell, and Lubin, five on the floor. As the second free throw gets the rattle for Davis, and that makes it a 20-point Tar Heel lead at 35-15 as Carolina gets a steal. It's going to end up to an open three for R.J. Davis. No good. Powell with the offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Cadeau. To the cup. Give him two more with the left hand.
Great job by Cadeau. As soon as he caught it, just attack downhill on the closeout. Able to beat his man easy to a left-handed layup.
And another timeout by NC State. This one will stretch to a full as Carolina now leads 37-15. State has turned it over 6 times here in the first half. 7:55 to play first half. Heels 37, State 15. More from the Smith Center after this from Learfield.
They're not just the Tar Heels, they're your Tar Heels. Customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Tar Heel pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Tar Heels. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Copyright 2024, Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Tar Heel fans, this is an exclusive message from our favorite pizza partner, Domino's Pizza, who is on site at every home game where concessions are sold.
Hey Tar Heels, this is Ryan from your local Domino's. Our UNC alumni family-owned company has an exclusive everyday offer for all Tar Heel fans across all of North Carolina. Order online for delivery and use coupon code UNC at checkout and receive 25% off your entire online delivery order. That's right, 25% off everything. It's a great day to be a Tar Heel. Go Heels!
There are two legendary teams in our state, the Tar Heels men's basketball team and ours at Quality Equipment, where you'll find an unmatched lineup of John Deere equipment from tractor packages to riding mowers and zero turns. Get yours with an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Backed by our professional parts and service team that always comes through in a clutch. Stop by one of our 36 locations or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Going on here with the Tar Heels leading 37-15 with 7:55 to play in the first half. First, we're brought to you in part by the North Carolina Electric Cooperatives. And basketball camps are back. Young men who will be in 6th or 7th grade during the 25-26 school year can apply for a scholarship through their local electric cooperative to attend the UNC basketball school this June. Apply online, ncelectriccooperatives.com/sports camps. North Carolina's electric cooperative, building a brighter future for people and communities across the Tar Heel state. They did review that Cadeau jump shot and kept it as a 3. So Carolina is 5 of 9 from 3. State only has 6 total field goals. Tar Heels 13 of 23 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3. That review brought to you by your Honda dealers of the Carolinas. And again, on that North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what they do best. 37-15, Carolina, 7:55 to play in the first half. Z, it's now 14 second chance points for Carolina, the most since the Florida game before Christmas.
That's crazy that we haven't had more recently, but really cool to see that we're playing this well in the first half. Got to continue to bring that energy. And this press, actually, I think looks like we're a man-to-man press this time, but this press has been really effective at getting those points.
Yeah, Hill's just picking up full court man-to-man here. Trimble guarding the freshman McNeil in the backcourt, and now he'll hand off to O'Connell coming front side on the left. So largest lead of the game for Carolina, 37-15. State working in the half court. The talented Jaden Taylor uses a screen from Middlebrooks. He's going to pull up at the free throw line and knock it in. Taylor really good in the mid-range. He can knock in that 15 to 17-foot jump shot as well as anybody in the conference. And he is keeping State afloat offensively. He has 9 points of the 17 that the Pack has put on the board.
Yeah, I was going to say Taylor's the one person on their team that can really keep him in it. He can get hot. We got to slow him down.
Lubin, high post, back to the basket, sends it out to R.J. Davis with 11 on the shot clock. Cadeau's already hit 1 3. That one hit nothing but backboard, but it caroms to Drake Powell. Out to R.J. Davis, steps into the triple. No, but how about Powell? Another offensive rebound, and Carolina will reset. 37-17. Drake Powell active here for the Heels. He has 4 rebounds already. R.J. Davis, boy, takes heavy contact on the drive. No whistle. Gets it to Trimble. There's the whistle and the bucket.
Great job by Davis, just attacking downhill with his left hand. As soon as he got there, realized he couldn't get the shot off. Kind of double clutched it, wrapped around to Trimble. Trimble went up strong. They basically just grabbed him when he went up and able to finish at the rim.
Dontrez Styles, the fouler for State. Trimble is talking to Hubert Davis. He's got to hustle back to the line to shoot this free throw. 39-17. Carolina by 22. Trimble trying to convert the three-point play. State has been called for 5 fouls on 5 different players, including now Styles. Free throw good by Trimble. He's up to 7 points, and Carolina's lead has ballooned to 23, 40-17. Trimble picking at the basketball in the backcourt against O'Connell, knocks it free, but State keeps possession. Now front side. O'Connell has it again near the timeline. Trimble right in his front pocket. High screen by Middlebrooks. O'Connell drives to the free throw line to Middlebrooks, and he lost the ball into the hands of Powell. Powell trying to come front side, underhands to Davis. Whipped a pass that ping-bongs around. It's still loose in play, and it's going to end up to NC State after both teams dive to the floor. Jaden Taylor the other way. Spins by Cadeau and is fouled. Let's see if it is Cadeau. Indeed, it will be. So Cadeau fouling after Taylor spun around him. Picks up his second. Somewhere that Cadeau is frequently, and that is 2 fouls in the first half. And it's going to send Taylor to the line for 2 shots. Cadeau, I was going to tell you a moment ago, there had been 8 total fouls in the game on 8 different players.
Wow.
So now Cadeau becomes the first player for either team with 2. Taylor comes up short on the free throw off the front iron. It's going to be subs for both sides. Cadeau and Lubin sit down. Jackson and Washington come in. Also checking in for State was Huntley Hatfield. He will replace Middlebrooks. 6:19 to go. Carolina up 40-17, now 40-18, as Taylor does get 1 of 2 at the free throw line. State continues to pick some backcourt pressure. Tar Heels, the inbounds, knocked out of bounds by the Pack. And so they'll have to try again with 6:19 to go in the first half, and the score 40-18. Tar Heels up by 22.
Yeah, they got Trimble and Davis up top trying to get them to split off and get open. Doing a great job denying them.
Powell gets the inbound to his third option, Ian Jackson, who was sprinting back into the backcourt. And then he'll give it to R.J. Davis to bring it front side. Hubert Davis said that Jaden Taylor was State's best on-ball defender. He's guarding R.J. Davis, but he's able to work around him and hit the floater.
Great screen by Washington. Davis was able to get Taylor on his hip, and then he basically just kept him there, weaved a couple times, got to a little floater at about 5 feet.
42-18, largest lead of the game for Carolina. It's 24. O'Connell on the drive and pitch out to Taylor. Trying to work by Trimble, forgot the basketball, goes back to chase it down. Shot clock down to 13 as O'Connell has it. Over to Taylor on the right sideline. Trimble right there. Shot clock down to 7, and Trimble knocked it out of bounds and then woofs at Taylor with 7 seconds on the shot clock. State will inbound in the Carolina bench area.
Love the fire by Trimble. Just one-on-one. Great defense, able to poke it away. Got to continue to guard like that.
5:37 to play first half. Carolina up 42-18. O'Connell gets it back after inbounding. Shot clock down to 3. O'Connell tries to go down low, knocked away. R.J. Davis tipped it into the hands of Trimble. Trimble front side on the left to a trailing Powell. Dumps it down low. Carolina, it's Washington who goes up and under for 2.
Yeah, Washington realizing he had O'Connell on him, posted up hard in the middle of the lane, was able to drive him up the lane a little bit. A little pass over the top by Powell. Washington, a little head fake, easy finish.
It is 44-18 Carolina. Styles, tough turnaround on the baseline. No, great defense by Powell. Heels on the run, up big. Trimble hits the Jets, goes behind the back, hangs in the air, and finishes for 2 more. Holy smoke!
That was a tough finish, just coming down with his right hand. As soon as he drew contact, went behind his back, and then jumped, double clutched it, and just finished.
46-18 with 4:45 to play first half. O'Connell right of the lane, long 2, no good. McNeil, slides in, though, for the offensive rebound and stick back. Jalen Washington had boxed out well, but whoever was supposed to have a body on McNeil failed to do so.
If somebody missed a block out there. He came in wide open. Lane was wide open for him to get an easy rebound.
46-20. R.J. Davis, another triple off the right side of the iron. He just looks up to the sky, frustrated that he missed the open look. 4:14 to play first half. State, boy, almost turned it over again. If Carolina had noticed that Huntley Hatfield had the ball slip through his hands, I think they could have gotten it. Instead, it ends back up to the Pack. Huntley Hatfield trying to back in. Double team comes. Long pass goes in the corner right to O'Connell. He'll now send it out to Taylor. His little push 3 won't go. Heels get the rebound off the bounce. Jalen Washington. Ian Jackson a little shaken up. He's holding the back of his neck as R.J. Davis comes front side. Everybody seems okay as Hubert Davis will call out a play this time. Carolina up 46-20 with 3:40 to go first half. R.J. Davis, high screen, drive, left-handed layup is good for 2 more.
Yeah, just came off pick and roll, going to his left hand, went downhill, just took 2 long steps to be able to finish easy at the rim.
Tar Heels putting on an offensive display, now up to 48 points in the half. 48-20. McNeil is going to be fouled as he made a jump stop on the drive. Ian Jackson trying to catch up, ran up his back. So first foul on Jackson, 5th on Carolina. Don't believe that was a shooting foul. Should just be an inbound for State when we come back. Carolina has forced 8 State turnovers. That has turned into 13 Carolina points. The Heels have 17 second chance points. 20 bench points, 20 points in the paint. Holy cow. 48-20. Tar Heels, 3:20 to go. First half in the Smith Center from Lear Field.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance was just named one of America's best insurance companies by Forbes and the nation's best auto insurer in Crash Network's Insurer Report Card for the third year in a row. Sometimes being the best means being a little different. Our difference is our people. And with agents in every county, you've got local, award-winning service right in your backyard. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
This is Carolina Basketball from Learfield.
Stay in the know about what's happening at home with CPI Security's state-of-the-art security system. Featuring a doorbell camera to protect your packages, outdoor cameras to deter break-ins, and indoor cameras to verify emergencies and keep an eye on your family. Plus, it's all backed by CPI's award-winning and local professional monitoring station, getting you the help you need when you need it. When every second counts, count on CPI. Visit CPISecurity.com for more information. CPI Security is a proud sponsor of Carolina Athletics.
You can create a winning.
I laugh because Lee Roberts, the Tar Heel chancellor, just came out to midcourt during this timeout. And he said, want to thank everybody for coming on a snowy night. And just a quick heads up, classes tomorrow, and he waited, are canceled. And it's just a huge explosion here in the Smith Center as everybody having fun, primarily because the Tar Heels are playing so well. Up 48-20 with 3:20 to go in the first half. We're brought to you in part by Allen Tate Realtors, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics and the #1 real estate company in the Carolinas. Call Allen Tate today for all your real estate needs. The 48 points are the most Carolina's had in a half in an ACC game this year, far below the most they've had in any half. That came against American very early in the year. Heels had 64 points in the second half of that game. But they're at 48 here with still 3:20 to go before the break. And Zeke, Carolina's shooting really well. The Heels are 18 of 31, 5 of 12 from 3. If RJ Davis is 1 of 6 from 3, if you took that away, Heels 4 of 6 from 3 and 17 of their other 25 shots. The reason they're shooting well, though, open threes and layups are what the Tar Heels are getting.
And it's coming from our defense. Our defense is so good. We're rebounding well, and as soon as we get a rebound, we're pushing in transition. State really doesn't have a chance to set their defense as Missy.
So they did, yeah. So remember, there was the foul before the break, and they did say it was a shooting foul. So McNeil going to the line, but he misses the first. The freshman from Rockingham. Now we'll have one more with 3:20 to go in the first half. And that one goes in for McNeil.
And then our offense also looks really good because their help side is not very good, which is part of the problem the state has had this year.
Cade Tyson into the game, and he'll inbound it to Trimble. This is a unique 5 here for Carolina. They have Cadeau, Trimble, Withers, Tyson, and Washington. I'm not sure this 5 has been together, as State's going to go zone for the first time today, trying to slow this Tar Heel offense down. Carolina practiced against this zone a fair amount as Cade Tyson has it on the right wing. Shot clock down to 5 for Cadeau. Got to go. Back over to Tyson. Gets in the middle of the zone to Withers. Extra pass to Washington. Well, I thought he had gotten fouled on the jump shot on the baseline. No whistle, and he comes up well short. He was saying he got hit on the forearm, which I have to say, it appeared as though he did. Huntley Hatfield on the drive. Turnaround no good. Rebound is tipped and fought for and saved by McNeil by NC State. Good effort by the Pack freshman there. Ends up in the left corner where State hits a 3. Dennis Parker Jr., who then turns around and said something to the Tar Heel crowd as the Tar Heels just able to get it front side. The score now 48-24 as again State in the zone trying to slow Carolina down. Heels get in the middle of the zone to Washington. Right corner to Tyson for 3. Cade Tyson just his second made 3 against the ACC.
Great job by Tyson. Threw it into Washington in the post. Relocated to the corner. Right back to him. Shot it over a hand, but knocked it in.
Another 3 for State. That one won't go. Rebound to Trimble. Trimble on the run. Head up. Long pitch ahead. Too tall for Withers. The idea was right. The execution a little off. and it will go over the baseline to NC State. Here comes R.J. Davis and Ian Jackson. Cadeau with his 2 fouls going to sit down. They'll put Trimble to the bench as well. See if State sticks with that zone with now Davis and Jackson coming into the game. That is the first 3 for Cade Tyson. I told you, just his second against the ACC competition. It is his first 3 that he's made since the Louisville game, which is the other one that he made against the ACC. That came on New Year's Day. So good to see one go in for him. He's obviously had a difficult season in a lot of ways, but not shooting as well as we know that he can. Boy, what a nice bonus that would be if all of a sudden the Heels find that.
He's a phenomenal shooter in practice, so just got to get to work in games.
51-24. State working in the half court. Long 2-pointer by O'Connell is short. Rebound in the air. It's Ian Jackson. Didn't have numbers, so Jackson will slow it down and bring it front side. State does get back into the man-to-man now against the Tar Heel offensive set. Minute 22 to go first half. Heels up 51-24. Screen up high for R.J. Davis by Jalen Washington. Davis still dribbling. Now attacks right of the lane, and boy, has his shot rejected by Huntley Hatfield. And went out of bounds, I guess, last touched by Carolina.
Jalen Washington trying to rebound on the follow-up, but they're saying he knocked it out. RJ doing a great job getting downhill. Really good challenge by Huntley Hatfield. Just wasn't able to finish over it.
RJ Davis can't get his shoe on correctly. He's fighting with the heel of his left shoe, wearing bright pink ones tonight. But he finally is set up and playing defense against O'Connell, who drives and pitches to Hill. Drives right baseline. Good defense by Tyson, but Hill able to eventually work around him and score. Boy, Tyson started that well, but then Hill able to get the bucket.
And Hill's really talented. Just did a good job taking his time and pushing back to be able to get the layup.
Largest lead has been 28. It's currently 25 at 51-26. Stayed in the zone again. Ends up left corner to Tyson for 3 more. Tyson has hit 2 threes tonight. It's back to a 28-point lead.
Shooting with confidence, and the crowd is excited as soon as he catches the ball.
54-26. There's about a 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. O'Connell dribbling between the circles. Shot clock down to 8. O'Connell's going to go. Drives to the left elbow. Picks up his dribble out to Taylor. Jackson pokes it free. Taylor recovers. Shot clock down to 3. Taylor just has to force one up. No good. It'll be a shot clock violation with 4.8 to go, and the Tar Heels are going to take a timeout to try and set something up here in the final just about 5 seconds of the half. So Cade Tyson, 2 3-pointers all season. Tyson had been 10 of 37 from 3. He had not made multiple threes since the LaSalle game. But look, when you open it up to open seating in the Smith Center, weird stuff tends to happen. And Carolina is on fire. 20 of 35 from the field. That's 57%. 7 of 14 from 3. And if you take away R.J. Davis, who's made more 3-pointers than anyone in North Carolina history, Carolina's 6 of 8 other than R.J. from 3-point range. But it's not just shooting. They force 9 turnovers. They're out rebounding State 21-12. 9 assists on 20 made field goals, so you're at about 50%. See, these are a lot of good basketball here.
Yeah, there's really
half.
nothing you can focus on. There's so many good things they're doing a great job defensively, making their shots difficult. And as soon as they shoot one, they get the rebound, and we're out in transition. And Tyson, really 2 difficult shots, but they're in the zone, a little slow to get to him. But he shot it with confidence, had a high-arcing shot, and it looked really good.
All right, 4.8 to go. State's going to pick up with pressure just man-to-man. Cadeau to inbound. Flips it to Washington, back to the basket in the backcourt, gets it to Cadeau on a full run, over to Tyson, corner 3 on the way, that one's off the iron, no good. Tar Heels setting up a play for Tyson, got him a clean look, just couldn't get it to go, but he will be met by his teammates off the bench, excited that he had a good first half in what has been a difficult season to this point. Well, he was not the only Tar Heel that had a good first half. Carolina puts on a clinic in the first 20 minutes in the Smith Center. The Heels lead it 54-26 at the break. Dave will take you through the Wells Fargo halftime show after this from Learfield.
Hey, Tar Heel fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as the game. With mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-ordered party platters to please any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-grill pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pregame stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Tar Heel fans shop for their delicious game day.
If you're a Tar Heel fan, you know what a winning lineup looks like. Tough, dependable, and versatile. So if you're looking for a new car, check out Honda's impressive award-winning roster to find your MVP. Civic, Accord, CR-V, HR-V, Passport, Odyssey, Ridgeline, and Pilot. Rugged capability, intelligent all-wheel drive systems, and traction modes. Find your Honda at your Honda dealers of the Carolinas today.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time exclusively at a Sleep Number store. This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Tar Heel fans, this is Hubert Davis, head men's basketball coach at the University of North Carolina. Carolina fans are the best in the nation, and I'm so thankful for your support. Just like our team relies on solid fundamentals, you need the right foundation for your feet. And that's where the Good Feet store comes in. Their team of trained arch support specialists will find a personalized solution for you to help relieve foot, back, knee, and even hip pain. Support your heels today and head to the Good Feet store in Chapel Hill, Raleigh, Greensboro, and a new location in Wilmington.
It's bow time. Ordering Bojangles Bow Bites is the easiest choice you'll make today. The bite-sized hand-breaded chicken is fried to crispy perfection, making it perfect for sharing, snacking, or when you're on the go. Just don't call it a nugget. The only hard part is choosing from our 6 dipping sauces. We've got a sauce for every kind of craving, from our creamy house-made ranch to our sweet and spicy peach honey pepper sauce. It all depends on what kind of mood you're in. Head to your nearest Bojangles today and discover the dippable, shareable, and craveable Bow Bites. It's bow time.
It's the Wells Fargo halftime show. Dave Nathan here inside a raucous Smith Center as Carolina has run circles around NC State in the game's first 20 minutes, and the Tar Heels lead the pack 54-26. We've got ultimate halftime highlights and stats coming up, but right now it's North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Helping you is what they do best. Again, the Heels lead the pack 54-26 here in the ACC. Just one other game in progress, and it too is at intermission. SMU 50, Notre Dame 25. Miami and Florida State will tip off at 9 o'clock, a little more than an hour from right now. Over to the top 25, the only 7 o'clock game is at the break in Kentucky. The 17th-ranked Wildcats lead Vanderbilt by the slimmest of margins, 41-40. Again, that game is at the half. Arkansas and number 1 Auburn tip off at 9 o'clock, along with number 4 Alabama visiting number 15 Missouri, and DePaul hosts number 10 St. John's in just over an hour. An earlier final from around the area. This one took overtime. Charlotte beats Temple 78-72. The 49ers get the win over the Owls. Our score here in Chapel Hill, it's Carolina 54, NC State 26. And we'll pause 10 seconds for a station ID down the lines on the Tar Heel Sports Network. Carolina with the lead at the break for the 17th time this year, and this one, it's a big lead, 54-26, Carolina over NC State. We've got your ultimate halftime highlights on the way after this from Learfield.
For any surface and every season, Continental Tire is the smart choice in tires. From ultra-high performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sport 02 to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Contact AT. Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
Texting while driving takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds. That's like driving the length of a basketball court 3 times with your eyes closed. Research shows you are 3 times more likely to get into an accident when distracted by a cell phone. Trusted Choice independent insurance agents urge you and your families to put down your phone. Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. Let's have a hands-free NC. Brought to you by Trusted Choice independent insurance agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoHeels.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Together, that's how we stay in the game, ready to play. As one great team, UNC Health is keeping you well by bringing renewed focus, approach, and dedicated services close to you. Exceptional care is what you and your family deserve. Together, let's put points on the board for life well played. Team up with UNC Health, proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
The ultimate first half highlights are brought to you by your local Carolina BMW dealers, providing legendary performance, exceptional offers, and a premium ownership experience. At BMW, we only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine.
Carolina with its biggest lead at the half. It's 28 points as Carolina leads NC State 54-26. Big first 20 minutes. Let's press the rewind button, go all the way back to how the scoring got started.
Davis brings it front side, but the shot clock getting low again. Davis drives to the left wing, hesitates, penetrates out to Withers. Shot clock down to 4. He's going to have to force up a tough 3 and splashes it home.
So Jalen Withers pops the cork on the scoring. R.J. Davis was involved in that play. He's also involved in this one.
As they get it into Davis, right back to Cadeau, who had been the inbounder. Right over to R.J. on the right wing. Hesitation, now he'll step back 3. Yes, sir!
That was one of Elliot Cadeau's 2 first-half assists. Here comes 2 of Cadeau's first-half points.
Next dead ball will be the under 12 timeout as Withers has it back door to Cadeau for the layup. Great pass and finish.
Carolina off and running at that point, up 23-10. Our score at the break, Heels 54, Pack 26. Let's keep it rolling with one of the freshmen, Ian Jackson, dialing long distance.
Ian Jackson open for 3, splashes it home from the left wing.
So the freshman steps beyond the arc to get 3. Meanwhile, Seth Trimble, he's an elder statesman. He likes to get 3 the old-fashioned way.
R.J. Davis, boy, takes heavy contact on the drive. No whistle, gets it to Trimble. There's the whistle and the bucket.
It was one of those halves for Carolina as the Heels lead the Pack 54-26. Cade Tyson off the bench and into the act late.
Heels get in the middle of the zone to Washington. Right corner to Tyson for 3. Cade Tyson, just his second made 3 against the ACC.
And if you're Cade, why stop there? Here come 3 more.
Stayed in the zone again. Ends up left corner to Tyson for 3 more. Tyson has hit 2 threes tonight. It's back to a 28-point lead.
That was the final field goal of the game's first half as Carolina running NC State out of the building and right back out into the snow. 54-26, all Carolina all night long from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Carolina Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hi, this is Cricket Lane, Senior Associate Athletics Director for Student Athlete Development. As the Bank of Doing, Wells Fargo is proud to be the official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. Wells Fargo is supporting our student athletes in and out of their sport. With interactive financial health curriculum and empowerment resources, Wells Fargo has a game plan for the full student athlete experience from their first semester on campus through graduation. Learn more about what Wells Fargo is doing to put people and communities first by visiting wellsfargo.com/impact.
This is Carolina Basketball from Learfield.
Some people like A and others like B. At BMW, we prefer X. Like the dynamic X3, meant for ultimate exploration. The X5, built to conquer even the most difficult paths. Or the pinnacle of comfort and luxury, the X7. And since every X-Range vehicle is packed with performance and versatility, you'll always get the best of X. The BMW X-Range. Your next X-Venture starts here.
Visit TriangleBMWDealers.com today for exceptional offers on the BMW X3.
Hey Tar Heel fans, this is Hubert Davis, head men's basketball coach at the University of North Carolina. Carolina fans are the best in the nation, and I'm so thankful for your support. Just like our team relies on solid fundamentals, you need the right foundation for your feet, and that's where the Good Feet store comes in. Their team of trained arch support specialists will find a personalized solution for you to help relieve foot, back, knee, and even hip pain. Support your heels today and head to the Good Feet store in Chapel Hill, Raleigh, Greensboro, and a new location in Wilmington.
Dave Nathan welcoming you back into the Wells Fargo halftime show. 54-26, Carolina with the lead over NC State. The Tar Heels shoot better than 55.5% on 20 of 36 from the floor, 7 of 15 from three-point range. The Heels connect on all 7 free throws, out-rebound NC State 21-12. State typically takes really good care of the basketball. Not the case tonight. 9 turnovers for the Pack. The Heels, 3 turnovers. And again, 54-26 our score. Carolina with the lead. The Heels plus 10 in points off turnovers, 13-3. Also a 10-point margin in points in the paint, 24-14. The Heels all over the Pack in second chance opportunities, 17-9. And bench points, 26 for Carolina, 8 for NC State. The game's leading scorer, R.J. Davis. Never mind the fact he's 1 of 6 from three-point range. Davis with 13 points to lead the way. Trimble has 9, 6 for Washington, Tyson and Withers. Cadeau with 7, 5 for Ian Jackson, 2 for Drake Powell. Lubin got the start but hasn't scored. That hasn't mattered. Carolina 54, NC State 26. That'll do it for the Wells Fargo halftime show, brought to you by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics. We'll send things back to Jones and Z when we come back. The forecast outside is snowy. Inside, the forecast for NC State, not good. Down by 28 to Carolina, 54-26 from Learfield.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Come on, move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in the Tar Heel State. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Progressive. Your small business keeps you on the go. Progressive Commercial Insurance keeps your policy within reach with our easy-to-use mobile app. Learn more at progressivecommercial.com. This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Tar Heel fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as the game. With mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-ordered party platters to please any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-grill pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pregame stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Tar Heel fans shop for their delicious game day.
There are two legendary teams in our state, the Tar Heels men's basketball team and ours at Quality Equipment, where you'll find an unmatched lineup of John Deere equipment from tractor packages to riding mowers and zero turns. Get yours with an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Backed by our professional parts and service team that always comes through in the clutch. Stop by one of our 36 locations or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
To the second half we go. Carolina with the big advantage, 54-26. Let's get to the trusted choice of the game, brought to you by the Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina, who want you to stay safe behind the wheel. Put down your phone while driving. Let's have a hands-free NC. To learn more and find an agent near you, visit trustedchoice.com/GoHeels. Z, what's important in half number 2?
I think more of the same. You need a lot of energy, some tenacity. Just get after it. Keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be fine.
Carolina will start the same 5. Cadeau, Davis, Powell, Withers, and Lubin. Tight defense from Jaden Taylor against R.J. Davis to start things up. Carolina gets the ball first after State won the opening tip. No jump balls after that in the first half. Cadeau to a cutting Lubin. Backdoor is able to flush it home before Middlebrooks can recover.
Really good pass by Cadeau. Lubin set a good screen, came off. Cadeau able to throw it right over Middlebrooks' head to Lubin, and he dunked it.
It is a 30-point Tar Heel lead, their largest of the day. Quick three on the other side. Dontrez Styles rattles it in. The former Tar Heel bangs one in from the right corner over the defensive effort, I believe, of Withers there. Hand in the face, but Styles gets it to go. Cadeau slowly drives left of the lane. Cut off there. Has to send it back out to R.J. Davis. 56-29 after the Heels get a 2 and State gets a 3 to start things off. Davis with the shot clock getting low. Able to get to the rim. Can't finish, but Lubin sure can. The offensive putback with 2 hands.
Great job by Davis getting to the rim. Middlebrooks came over to challenge it. He got it over the block, which left Lubin wide open on the backside to put for the strong putback.
So Lubin back-to-back dunks here on Carolina's first 2 possessions, one on the offensive rebound. Styles knocks down Withers and hits a turnaround short baseline jump shot. So Styles has come out with 5 quick ones as Withers and Styles collided. Withers lost his feet and Styles took advantage.
Yes, Withers doing a good job defensively. Just reach for it.
There's a foul on the perimeter called on Hill as he was defending the dribbling Cadeau. Second on Hill. He becomes the first State player with more than 1 foul. Cadeau the only Tar Heel with 2. First foul on either team this half. 18:28 to play, second half. Carolina 58, State 31. Cadeau around a screen. Boy, he tried a really tough pass. It was kicked almost back to him. And Cadeau will have to reset. One-on-one against Middlebrooks. Gets right by him. Was going to have a nice pivot and shot, but Cadeau saw the ball slip through his hands. Meanwhile, O'Connell pushes the pace and lays it in other side. So State has scored on all 3 possessions this half, and it's 58-33 as Carolina suffers the turnover and State makes them pay. Heels going left to right this half as we see it courtside. Cadeau around the screen. Little bounce pass to Lubin. Layup counted in the foul on the recovering Middlebrooks.
Yeah, great job by Cadeau. Again, getting down the middle of the lane. Middlebrooks stepped up. As soon as he did, he dropped it off to Lubin. And Middlebrooks tried to recover and fouled Lubin. Strong finish and won.
So Lubin has scored all 6 for Carolina this half. His first 6 points of the game. And it's 60-33.
And you can already see State's doing a much better job taking away the three-point line, but that's leaving Cadeau and Lubin in one-on-one situations of that pick and roll. Got to continue to attack that. Hopefully they'll start sucking in when we get those threes again.
Lubin rattles in the free throw, even though he's had a pretty pedestrian year in that regard at 62%, but rattles that one in to make it 61-33. Styles, who has 5 this half for State, working it around the perimeter, ends up back to O'Connell. O'Connell on the left wing, now around a Middlebrooks screen. They'll try the pick and roll. Middlebrooks can't finish, and Cadeau secures the rebound. He'll try and run. Heels have a 5-on-4 advantage because Middlebrooks had fallen down low to Lubin. Gets the dunk, but they're going to say that he pushed off in receiving the pass. O'Connell was the man who had gotten switched on to Lubin down low, and Lubin going to get called for the offensive foul. That'll turn it back over to State.
Tough one there.
Yeah.
He pushed off a little bit, but you got to realize the guard's on you, and they're not going to be as big as most of the people you're fighting with. So great job by running and posting up. Just got to be a little more gentle inside.
Stayed around the perimeter, and now Cadeau called for the foul. Matt Potter, who just called the foul on Lubin, now calls that one on Cadeau, and that's his third, and with 17-19 to go, Cadeau's going to have to sit down as Ian Jackson will come in for him. 61-33. Each team has scored 7 points this half. Tar Heels still owning that big 28-point lead that they had at halftime. Another mid-range jumper by Jaden Taylor. So again, State has scored, I believe, every possession. That's right, here this half. 9 points already for State this half. Carolina has 7, and the Tar Heel lead is 26. R.J. Davis is fouled on the jump shot. Roger Ayers blows the whistle this time as Jaden Taylor, trying to recover around a screen, hits Davis's hand as he was shooting. Second foul on Jaden Taylor, third on State. But there were only 10 fouls called in the first half. There have already been 5 called here in the second half, 3 on State and 2 on Carolina, as R.J. Davis will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, sometimes games with large leads, they come out, they make sure they keep control of the game. Referee's doing a good job of that as R.J. makes his first free throw. But on the defensive end, Carolina's got to be better. They're giving up way too many easy looks. They're in rhythm. In the first half, you felt like they're completely out of rhythm in everything they tried to do.
R.J. Davis now up to 14 points and make it 15. And he has passed the great Rodney Monroe of NC State into 5th place all time in ACC scoring. And he's closing in on Johnny Dawkins of Duke. Jump stop by Hill for State on the other side. Misses the layup, and the rebound pulled in by Withers. He'll protect it as Carolina goes the other way. 63-35 after the 2 free throws by Davis, and then the defensive stop. RJ, the other side, had it knocked out of his hands, recovers, and gets it to Ian Jackson against the tight defense of O'Connell. Jackson thinking about going in the post to Lubin. Lubin's pushed all the way to the three-point line. Has it now against Middlebrooks. Backs in against him. Oh, missed the uncontested hook shot after Middlebrooks had fallen to the deck on the contact. Now a transition 3 is knocked in by Jaden Taylor as the Tar Heels just don't get back. And State back within 25 as Carolina quickly pushes it down the floor to Withers for the layup against the challenge of O'Connell.
Withers doing a good job running the floor there. Just got ahead of everybody. Davis is able to hit him for an easy layup.
Boy, the point, 65-38. State is 5 of 7 this half. Carolina 4 of 6, and there's another 3. I believe that was Stiles hit that one. So State is 6 of 8, including 3 of 3 from 3 this half. Carolina's 4 of 6 from the floor. Tar Heel lead is still 24 points, but they have not been able to get many stops here this half.
The State just looks really comfortable right now.
R.J. Davis, step back, tough 2, in and out, rebound to the pack. 15:27 to play in the second half. Jaden Taylor thought about taking another 3. Instead, he'll try and spin by Ian Jackson. Makes a nice up and under on the drive and gets the layup to go. So State has scored 17 points in less than 5 minutes here this half. And still down by 22, but making it look easy at the moment. 7 of 9 from the floor. R.J. Davis, the other side, stops in the center jump circle. Bounce pass to Withers. High post now, passes to Lubin. Wants to hand off to R.J. Davis. Denied. R.J. gets it back. Finds Lubin cutting to the bucket for the big dunk. Lubin on fire. Has 9. He's been hammering it home repeatedly this half.
Yeah, they tried to trap Davis again on the pick and roll. Lubin slipped out of it. Davis doing a great job passing to him for the easy dunk.
Tar Heels, who defended so well in the first half, trying to get some stops, and they do. And a three-pointer off the nothing but backboard by Taylor. Turns into a fast break. R.J. Davis is hacked by O'Connell. At the end of the sequence, O'Connell did have the ball tied up, but at the beginning of the sequence, he had R.J. in a headlock. And so the foul is on O'Connell. His second should result in some free throws for Davis after this timeout. So State has started the second half hot, but Carolina's been able to continue its quality offense as well. Pack has already scored 17 points this half. Heels have had 13 this half. In total, it's 67-43. Carolina free throws on the way after this. Tar Heels up by 24 from Learfield.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota.
At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get $1,750 in bonus lease cash on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5. Offer valid through March 3rd, 2025. Offer entitled $1,750 bonus lease cash on the lease of a new and untitled 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 gas vehicle. Bonus cash may be used only toward down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Tar Heel Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
It's never lost on Window World that your home is your largest physical investment. Window World's integrity will be noticed from your very first moment of contact. The clean, professional installation of premium windows, siding, doors, and more are designed to last while leaving your home looking amazing. Window World and their lifetime warranty will always be there when it really matters. They're America's most trusted remodeler and a proud partner of Carolina Athletics because the difference is integrity and always in the details.
NC State only scored 26 points in the first half. The Pack has 17 on the board in the second half after just 5.5 minutes. Now, Carolina has still scored at a high rate as well with 13 points on the board this half and two free throw opportunities coming for R.J. Davis when action resumes, and it's still a 67-43 Carolina lead. Modelo, proud to sponsor Carolina basketball. Modelo is an official beer of the Tar Heels, and our game sponsor is Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina, the official health insurance partner of Carolina Athletics. Carolina, part of the reason the Tar Heels had that 54-26 lead at halftime was they really defended their backsides off in the first half. State's hit a couple of tough shots, one of Styles' three. Carolina had a hand in the face, but things have been a little too easy for State offensively here this second half.
Yeah, you really feel like they're coming down. It's free, it's easy, and they're just comfortable. And that's what you get. You get a Styles 3 like that where it's a difficult shot, but they feel so good about it that they can make it pretty easy. So you got to do a good job on Taylor and Styles right now. They're feeling very confident, making it look easy.
Yeah, Taylor already 7 this half and 17 for the game. His season high is 22. Styles, the former Tar Heel, already with 8 this half and 12 for the game. Those two players are 12 of 20 from the floor. The rest of the State team is just 5 of 18 shooting from the floor tonight. I told you they were going to give free throws to Davis. They will not. They're going to say that foul was on the floor by O'Connell in transition before Davis got into the shooting motion. So it will still be Carolina's ball, but it's going to be an inbound for the Tar Heels, not free throws for Davis. So with 14:30 to go, Carolina will have 26 on the shot clock. Inbounding with Davis, Trimble, Jackson, Powell, and Jalen Washington. Bounce it in the left corner to Jackson. He'll get out of there. Guarded by fellow freshman for State, Trey Parker. Push it over to R.J. Davis. Shot clock is now at 15 as Davis working on the perimeter, caught in a double team, able to get it to Trimble. Back over to Davis, crossover against O'Connell, and then O'Connell is called. Well, that's a tough foul on State. O'Connell couldn't believe it. That's his third. Looked like he was moving his feet pretty well, but must have dropped his hands. And that, again, told you there were only 10 fouls in the first half. That's already 7 called now in the second half between the two teams.
Yeah, that one kind of seemed a little ticky-tack, but again, State trapping pick and rolls here.
Tar Heels end up Ian Jackson driving hard on the left, got caught in the air, gets it out to Powell. Still 10 on the shot clock as he drifts it to Trimble, tried to lob it to Washington. Oh, and Washington touched it last. I thought State had just blocked the lob out of bounds, but Washington tried to catch it after State challenged it. And it will be State basketball. So Carolina already a third turnover this half after the Heels had just 3 the entire first half. So with that big halftime lead, Carolina just not quite the same level of execution and intensity here in the second. Still leading by 24, but State trying to work its way back in with plenty of time. Middlebrooks against Washington. Tough shot, no good. And the rebound lost out of bounds by State. Washington had his hands on it, and then it was punched away from behind by Trey Parker over the baseline.
Much better defensive sequence there. Last time out, Coach Davis really got after him. You could tell he's yelling about the defense and looked much better there. We got to continue to do that.
I thought Carolina played really good defense in the first half as the Heels break the pressure by State. Trimble's going to go coast to coast. Boy, he got hit hard on the layup attempt. No whistle. It will be out of bounds off of State, so it belongs to Carolina. Trimble immediately started saying he was fouled. It did look like he took a hard shot as he was midair to try and lay it in coast to coast after the inbound.
I think they're saying he lost the ball before he got fouled.
R.J. Davis bounces it into Washington in the left corner. The big man will dribble up the sideline and hand off to Davis against the tight defense of State. Shot clock down to 14 as Davis has it on the perimeter. Over to Trimble. He's going to try a three and doesn't get the roll. Rebound NC State. Parker, the freshman, going to go coast to coast and earn the whistle as he was challenged at the rim by Trimble. Whoa, Clarence Armstrong unhappy with something from Ben Middlebrooks and Jalen Washington. He has something hard to say to both of those players as the foul called on Trimble is going to result in free throws for State's freshman Trey Parker, who made a pair of free throws in the first half. Again, he had only taken 6 all year. He's going to have taken 4 today after these two. 13-14 to play. Carolina 67, State 43, now 44 as Parker makes the free throw. Parker's been a bigger part for State here as of late. He's been averaging almost 11 a game over the last 6 on 47% shooting. He was a little rattled in the first half with some Tar Heel pressure that caused some turnovers. But a talented freshman that now has 4 after 2 more free throws. 67-45. Carolina by 22. But again, State playing much better this half after the Tar Heels just blitzed them in the first.
Yeah, their defense has been much better. We're going to have to get back to executing. And, it was a little too easy for us in the first half, so we got to get back to doing what we do.
And Cadeau is on the bench with 3 fouls. So R.J. Davis running the point right now. Not that that's a bad thing necessarily, but Cadeau, of course, so key in what the Heels want to do as R.J. Davis weaves through traffic and hits the runner left of the lane.
Again, Jalen Washington rolling to the rim. As soon as Jalen cleared him, R.J. Davis went right behind him for the easy layup.
Backdoor O'Connell gets free from Davis and lays it in. State continues to score at an incredibly high rate this half. They are 8 of 12, 3 of 4 from 3 for 21 points this half, almost as many as they had in the first half, where they were down 54-26 at the half.
Yeah, good backdoor cut there, realizing we're overplaying with pressure. Able to beat us easy to the rim.
Well, that was a clear hand check by Jaden Taylor as R.J. Davis crossed up in front of him. Taylor's 3rd foul, 6th on State this half. Big pop from the crowd because Cade Tyson, who hit 2 threes in the first half, is coming back in. So we'll keep an eye on those fouls with State playing so tightly defensively. O'Connell and Taylor each with 3, and already 6 on State this half, so the next one puts the Heels in the bonus. It is 69-47. Cadeau over to Ian Jackson on the right wing. Is bumped hard by Taylor, no whistle. Picks up his dribble, and oh my goodness, a tough rainbow 3 hits nothing but net.
Tried to beat Taylor, got bumped, lost the ball, picked it back up, did a step back anyway, and made the 3.
72-47 with 11:55 to go. Taylor to the free throw line, kicks it over to Dennis Parker Jr., who's in on the left wing. Down low to Huntley Hatfield. His hook shot over the defense of Washington is good for 2. First bucket for the Louisville transfer, Brandon Huntley Hatfield. Started his career at Tennessee, then Louisville, and now NC State. 72-49. Carolina with the lead with 11:32 to go. Cadeau dribbling out in the middle of the floor, gets a high screen, drives to the rim, and has his shot erased out of bounds. Boy, there was a hard contact by the man defender, that being Parker. Then the other Parker, Dennis Parker, rotated over from the weak side to slap it out of bounds with no whistle. 11:26 to play, second half. State playing much better, but Carolina led by 28 at halftime and leads by 23 now with 11:26 to go. 72-49 our score in the Smith Center from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. You can't control other motorists, but you can control how you operate your vehicle. Avoid distractions while driving, like texting or checking social media. You can't drive safely unless driving has your full attention. Any non-driving activity you engage in increases your risk of crashing. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoHeels.
Playing basketball at the highest level requires excellent physical conditioning, and keeping your home in shape requires regular physical attention too. As a proud partner of Carolina Athletics and the #1 real estate company in the Carolinas, Allen Tate recommends a home physical. Will help determine your home's value, share the latest market data, and recommend improvements to maximize your most important investment. Whether you plan to sell or stay, take a tip from Allen Tate and defend your home court with a home physical. Visit homephysical.com today.
All the action, all season long. This is Carolina Basketball.
Tar Heels 72, NC State 49 with 11:26 to play. Heels will be inbounding with 12 on the shot clock when action resumes. In basketball, you need a great game plan. Same with your health care benefits. That's why more people trust Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina, the state's most preferred health insurer. Put Blue Cross North Carolina on your team, the official health insurance partner of Carolina Athletics. And after the game, we'll have our Best in the Game feature. That's the player of the game. Brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Leading scorer for Carolina is 17 for R.J. Davis. Has taken 15 shots to get it, but he has 5 of 15 from the field, hit a 3, 6 of 6 at the free throw line, has 4 assists and a turnover, 2 steals as well. Nobody else in double figures, but Lubin has 9, Trimble with 9 and 5 rebounds, 8 for Ian Jackson, 8 for Jalen Withers, 7 points, 4 assists for Elliot Cadeau. Washington and Tyson each have 6, 2 points, and some good defense by Drake Powell as well. For State, Jaden Taylor carrying the load with 17. Dontre Styles has 12. So, both teams shooting well this half. State is 9 of 13, 69%, 3 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 at the stripe. Carolina 7 of 13 from the field, 54%, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 of 3 at the line. So, Carolina inbounding with Cadeau, Trimble, Jackson, Tyson, and Washington. They have 12 on the shot clock, leading by 23 after leading by 28 at halftime. Inbounds goes in the right corner to Trimble. Now to Tyson. State right there on the catch. He hands off to Cadeau. Shot clock's getting late. Cadeau wraps around a high screen. Going to have to hurry and turned it over. State had an opportunity in transition, couldn't take advantage, and ends up turning it over as Trey Parker throws a wild pass ahead for his 4th turnover as an individual and 10th on State as a team. Heels got a little lucky there. Yeah. Had Parker looked ahead earlier, State had some men running ahead and could have gotten a dunk, as now Carolina is going to have to take a timeout because they can't get it in against State's pressure in the Tar Heel backcourt. So that's going to stretch to a full and take a timeout away from the Heels, who will have 2 left for the final 11-11 of regulation. 72-49. Tar Heels lead by 23 with 11-11 to go from Learfield.
Hey, Tar Heel fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as the game. With mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-ordered party platters to please any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-grill pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pre-game stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Tar Heel fans shop for their delicious game day.
This is Carolina Basketball from Learfield.
Together, that's how we stay in the game, ready to play. As one great team, UNC Health is keeping you well by bringing renewed focus, approach, and dedicated services close to you. Exceptional care is what you and your family deserve. Together, let's put points on the board for life well played. Team up with UNC Health, proud partner of Carolina Athletics.
It's bow time. Ordering Bojangles Bow Bites is the easiest choice you'll make today. The bite-sized hand-breaded chicken is fried to crispy perfection, making it perfect for sharing, snacking, or when you're on the go. Just don't call it a nugget. The only hard part is choosing from our 6 dipping sauces. We've got a sauce for every kind of craving, from our creamy house-made ranch to our sweet and spicy peach honey pepper sauce. It all depends on what kind of mood you're in. Head to your nearest Bojangles today and discover the dippable, shareable, and craveable Bow Bites. It's bow time.
Tar Heels 72, NC State 49, 11-11 to play. Brought to you in part by Food Lion, proud to sponsor the Score to Give More program. For every free throw the Heels make today and this season, Food Lion Feeds will donate 100 meals to a local area food bank. Also brought to you in part by your Southeast Toyota dealers. Enter for your chance to win a 2025 UNC Unrivaled Road Trip Sweepstakes, presented by your local Toyota dealers. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places. So a couple of big stats that continue to be relevant. Carolina really dominating the glass, 28-15. Heels with 19 second chance points. They had 17 of those in the first half. That turnover by State a moment ago in transition, the 10th for the pack. That's more than they average. They average just over 9 per game, but have had trouble holding on to the ball this evening, as Carolina will be inbounding here after that State turnover. Heels have Cadeau, Trimble, Jackson. Let's see, who else is out there? Tyson and Jalen Washington. That's the 5 on the floor.
In Jones's defense, they had a lot of people on the court.
Yeah, that's right. We were
them.
Looking through the cheerleaders there. Bryce Hurd, a 6'5 freshman from Chicago, has come in for the first time. He played 4 minutes in the game in Raleigh. This will be his 20th appearance for NC State and the Pac's 26th game. 11:05 to go as the Heels do get it inbounds and now have it front side. Ian Jackson holds the ball low between his legs. Now he's going to start his attack at the rim. And, oh, my gosh, what a finish against the challenge of Huntley Hatfield. Jackson took it way out to the right and flipped it in.
Yeah, crossed over, back to his right hand, and all fully extended, finished that layup.
That was a big-time finish, 74-49. Huntley Hatfield backs in against Washington, and he's going to be called for, nope, it's going to be a jump ball as Huntley Hatfield turned and was blocked by Washington, so they'll call a jump ball. Possession arrow to State. 17 on the shot clock as the Pack will inbound it. Scores now 74-49 after that Jackson layup.
Great defense by Washington. Just took his time, challenged him up top.
Yeah, used that length against Huntley Hatfield. Inbounds goes to the freshman Hurd. Boy, low bounce pass, almost turned it over out to his fellow freshman Parker. Shot clock down to 10 as Parker works around a screen. He's going to pull up for a mid-range off the back iron. No. Both teams crash the glass. Ends up pinging around to Trimble. He'll kick it ahead to Jackson. Jackson steps through the double team and is fouled going to the rim. Well, he has done it so often. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't be surprised anymore. But he kind of carries that, cups the ball, and almost windmills it while going to the basket and earns the foul on Hurd. That's Hurd's first. 7th on State. So Carolina's going to be in the bonus the rest of the way. But this will be 2 shots for Jackson, who, of course, had a really tough time at the line on Saturday at Syracuse, 2 of 6. But you heard it go through, and the positive reaction from the Smith Center crowd, 75-49, as Jackson goes 2 for 2 and is now into double figures. The second Tar Heel there. Davis with 17, and now Jackson with 12. 76-49. Carolina's lead is 27. It's been as large as 30. It was 28 at halftime. Hurd, the freshman, going to pull up for a long 2 and knock it in from straight on as he got free from Ian Jackson, who had gotten banged away by an off-ball screen.
Yeah, a little too easy of a shot, but I think Jackson just got hung up on the screen. He'll do better next time.
Tyson inbounds to Cadeau. 76-51. Carolina by 25. Cadeau going to go coast to coast. They tried to lob it to Washington and turned it over for the 4th time by Cadeau individually. That means that is the 14th time this year and 8th time in the last 12 games that Cadeau has turned it over at least 4 times.
Some of his turnovers are legitimate. That one felt a little rushed. Tried to throw a lob in a situation that's really hard to catch.
Late foul on the drive by Hurd. It's on Ian Jackson. Jackson's had some trouble keeping up with Hurd away from the ball and then has gotten himself in a bad situation as he'll pick up his second. Fourth foul on Carolina will result in free throws for Hurd. He has only taken 12 this year, but he'll have 2 here. Drake Powell's at the table. Let's see if he's going to get Ian Jackson, who has certainly scored. Hurd's free throw is strong.
Jackson has definitely struggled on the defensive end, just staying with his man. He's given up a couple blockouts. He's just got to be better and more locked in. But as a freshman, up 20-plus, sometimes it's hard to stay locked in as much as you should. Done a great job scoring. Just got to get back to that good defense he's getting.
9:33 to go as the second free throw good by Hurd, so he goes 1 of 2. 76-52 as Tyson gets it into Cadeau. Cadeau will bring it up the right side of the floor. He's still in the backcourt. Now he gets it front side. 76-52 as Cadeau works against the freshman Parker. Carolina with a couple subs, Withers and Lubin at the table. Cadeau still dribbling, looks off the ball, then drives and has his pocket picked, but neither team picked it up until Washington dives to the floor. Then he's tied up. Possession arrow will belong to Carolina. Kevin Keats frustrated. His team had knocked the ball away from Cadeau, but then started to run out on the break without anybody picking up the ball.
Yeah.
So it's going to end up to Carolina. The officials are going to look at the monitor, I think, for the clock. State never had possession there, so I don't think the shot clock is going to reset. It did in real time and is now at 28, but I don't think the Heels are going to have that much time as Roger Ayers takes a look at the replay. His check of the review brought to you by the Honda dealers of the Carolinas. See your Honda dealer of the Carolinas today. They'll put 10 on the clock. Heels do make multiple subs. It's now Davis, Trimble, Powell, Withers, and Lubin as the 5 on the floor. Inbounds goes to Trimble in the right corner. He'll now attack, pull up, and get the left-handed push shot to go, and he's going to have a chance for 3 because Styles hit him on the arm.
Some incredible athleticism by Trimble there.
He
coming
just
across.
hung in the air.
He did. I think he wanted to pass it back to Lubin when he initially jumped, and then he just kind of hung in there, shook the ball a couple times, and shot it with his left hand, able to draw the foul on the shot.
Yeah, normal people cannot do, even normal basketball players can't do what Trimble just did, as he's now in double figures with 11. Foul on Styles, his second. The score is 78-52 with Trimble at the line and missed it. First miss of the day for Carolina. Heels have been 12 of 12 after they've only been a little bit above 50% the last 3 games at the stripe. They've shot well tonight, although Trimble did miss that one off the front iron. 78-52, State working in the half court. Taylor against Trimble, sends it over to the freshman Hurd. He's trying to go against R.J. Davis, has it poked away from behind, chases it down. Shot clock down to 6 as Trey Parker has it. He's just going to have to force up a long 3. No good. Withers gets the board for the Heels. Long pitch ahead goes to Trimble. Tar Heels trying to run, didn't have the number, so Trimble will circle back out. Good decision there by Trimble not to force the action. R.J. Davis with the basketball on the perimeter. One-handed push to Withers. A really long 3 is no good. Then Withers fell to the ground, but there was no foul there as State heads the other way. Not the best shot there from Carolina.
A little rush from Withers. Got to get a better shot than that.
Boy, Powell fighting hard on the perimeter, trying to defend Taylor as Taylor banks it in from the left elbow for his 19th point of the game. So that's back-to-back games that Taylor's had at least 19. As it's now 78-54. R.J. Davis just now crossing the timeline with a second to spare. Over to Withers. Low bounce pass. High post. It goes to Lubin. He's going to hand it right back to R.J. Davis. Shot clock down to 11. Davis weaves through traffic. Has Taylor on his back. Gets to the rim. Can't finish, but he does earn the foul.
Carolina's bigs doing a great job. Again, Lubin retreating to Middlebrook so he can't challenge him. Taking him out of the play, and then R.J. kind of weaves back behind him, able to draw the foul at the rim.
It was on Trey Parker, the freshman, his first, 9th on State, but it will be 2 shots for Davis, fouled in the act of shooting. 7 minutes, 43 seconds to play. Second half in the Smith Center. Carolina led by 28 at halftime, and is up by 24 now, 78-54, again, 7:43 to go. It's Carolina basketball tonight in a snowy Chapel Hill from their field.
If you're a Tar Heel fan, you know what a winning lineup looks like. Tough, dependable, and versatile. So if you're looking for a new car, check out Honda's impressive award-winning roster to find your MVP. Civic, Accord, CR-V, HR-V, Passport, Odyssey, Ridgeline, and Pilot. Rugged capability, intelligent all-wheel drive systems, and traction modes. Find your Honda at your Honda dealers of the Carolinas today.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Jersey Mike's subs are great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So you can have a turkey provolone at the park?
I love to eat outside.
Or an original Italian at work?
Absolutely.
Ooh, I can have a Mike's Famous Philly at 2 a.m. while digging a tunnel to my neighbor's basement?
Whoa, do they know?
No. And don't tell them.
Okay, mum's the word. Freshly sliced and freshly grilled subs for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
All the action, all season long. This is Carolina basketball.
Tar Heels 78, NC State 54 with 7:43 to play on that North Carolina Farm Bureau scoreboard. Brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what they do best. No tickets needed tonight. It was open seating in the Smith Center. I tell you, the crowd responded. The lower level was, it's almost 100% full. And I'd say the upper level is about a third full. So really nice showing on a snowy night. Of course, if you had a ticket, it was honored, but just opened the doors for anybody who could safely get here. And certainly hope if you're listening to us in the car, in the area, all across central and eastern North Carolina, be safe while you're driving wherever you're getting tonight. You normally do need tickets, but not tonight. But next time you do, try SeatGeek. Makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations. Whether you're buying or selling tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. It's the official ticket marketplace of the Tar Heels. Expect the expected with SeatGeek. Jones Angel and Tyler Zeller with you here in our Lenovo courtside seats. Carolina and NC State. RJ Davis will be at the free throw line for 2 shots. Heels led 54-26 at halftime. State has shot 65% this half, but has only been able to whittle 4 points off that deficit because Carolina has shot 56% this half. State's hit 3 threes. Carolina's made 1. Heels 5 of 6 at the line this half. State 3 of 4. There is something on the floor. Doug Halverson, Tar Heel trainer. It might be blood because Doug has on some gloves and was wiping something up that Roger Ayers saw late. So it looks like we're good to go here. 2 shots on the way for RJ Davis with 7:43 to play.
You know, it's one of those games up 24. Probably only got, as RJ makes his first free throw, probably only got 3 or 4 minutes left of these guys, the main guys playing. Try to get in some really good minutes here, keep that lead up high so you can rest and take a little break off, which we have not done much this year.
Davis now at 18 points. Make it 19 as he makes them both. And it's 80-54. Tar Heels by 26.
I'm doing a much better job defensively. The start was just, frankly, it was terrible. Doing a much better job recently of guarding, make it difficult.
Trey Parker to Middlebrooks. Extra pass goes in the right corner to McNeil as 3 won't go. Good play by State, but they couldn't make it pay off. RJ Davis with the rebound. Davis, by the way, those 18 points, he's now passed both Rodney Monroe and Johnny Dawkins. He's 4th place all-time in ACC history in scoring as a foul called on State on the other side. It was on Jaden Taylor, his 4th, as he fouled the driving Vin Allen Lubin. So Lubin's going to go to the line for 2 shots. So think about that for RJ Davis, man. I mean, he likely isn't going to catch Tyler Hansbrough, who's the all-time leading scorer in both Carolina and ACC history with 2,872. Second place is J.J. Redick, 2,769. Of course, the terrific shooter for Duke, as Lubin's free throw is good. Third place, Dickie Hemrick, played for Wake Forest back in the 50s, 2,587. That's attainable, as R.J. Davis is now, after tonight, or so far, is at 2,552. 7 as far as his scoring. Lubin, 2 of 2 at the line. Lubin's into double figures. He has 10 all this half. One of 4 Tar Heels in double figures. 11 now for Lubin. So one of 4 Tar Heels in double figures, and Carolina's matched the halftime lead of 28. It was briefly 30 at one point. It's currently 82-54 with 7 minutes to play. Jaden Taylor with a big Tar Heels chant going up here in the Smith Center. The freshman fires. That was Parker. His 3 is missed. Stiles with the offensive rebound. He's going to have a chance for 3 because a foul is called and a goaltend. The foul was on Lubin. Then Withers came over and kind of needlessly blocked it. I'm not sure if that ball was going in or not. But for Stiles, he will have the basket and a chance for 3. Stiles now with 14. He is one of 2 state players. Taylor has 19. Stiles with 14. People are booing Stiles. Whatever, don't boo Stiles. He 2 years at Carolina, hit a huge shot in that game against Baylor in the round of 32 back in 2022. It is college basketball now. Guys go other places.
And it worked out well for him.
Yeah, it's worked out for both sides.
Yeah.
As Stiles makes the free throw to make it 82-57.
He's had a good little career here at State this year, and Georgetown is really good for him. So just happy for him.
Yeah, and he chose Carolina out of high school and gave Carolina 2 good years, including, as we said, some big moments in that Final Four run, championship game run in 2022. Don't forget that Final Four game. They had a pretty nice win. Carolina on the front side with 6:30 to go, leads 82-57. Withers, pump fake at the free throw line, tried to drive, thought he was fouled, lost the ball. State comes out of there with it. Stiles going to have a transition look at 3 and knocks it in, so Stiles continues to play well. And Carolina's lead is down to 22, so not done yet here. Clock is down to 6:12, but the Heels got to stop turning it over and continue to play quality offense here.
Cadeau comes to the table here, hopefully be able to come in and give us some stabilize us a little bit here.
R.J. Davis on the perimeter right now for Carolina. Double team comes. Loops a pass to Lubin. It was a little tall. Lubin able to get there, misses the layup, gets his own rebound to Powell, who goes to the rim and draws the hard foul. Good decision by the freshman. On the nice save by Lubin. Got it to Powell at about the right elbow area. It looked like for just a beat. Yep. Powell hesitated, elected to go, and draws the second foul on Middlebrooks, and more free throws for Carolina. This time it's Drake Powell with 2 looks at the stripe. Clock stops at 5:52 with the Heels up 82-60. And it stays there as that one's a little long and right. Withers, who had the goaltend and a turnover on back-to-back sequences, is going to go to the bench. Hubert Davis stops him to speak to him as Cadeau does return.
And he's done some really good things, and that's one of the issues with Withers is he missed the block out, had the goaltend, and Coach Davis just said why as we missed the second free throw here.
But the rebound is out of bounds to Carolina as Lubin and Middlebrooks fought for it. Good effort by Lubin, and Middlebrooks tried to save it and stepped out of bounds. So it's going to be Carolina basketball. 5:50 to go. So Powell goes 0 for 2, but Carolina has the ball. 82-60 here in the Smith Center. Heels led by 28 at halftime and currently up by 22. R.J. Davis pinned in the corner after getting the inbounds, gets free, and he'll now ease up with 12 on the shot clock. Shot clock down to 10 as he continues to dribble out the middle of the floor. Middlebrooks flashes at him. The one-on-one, Davis and Middlebrooks turns into a fall-away 3, no good. Rebound and a foul on the Tar Heels is going to be on Lubin, his 3rd. That's just the 5th on Carolina. That's the 6th on Carolina, but no free throws for State. One more until the Pack's in the bonus.
Yeah, not very good offense there.
No.
They got to switch. Middlebrooks guarding Davis. Davis kind of danced with it a little bit and then tried to shoot a fadeaway over Middlebrooks. Just got to have better offense than that.
Tar Heels have gone dormant here. No field goals in over 3.5 minutes. State's on a 6-0 run, all by Stiles, and then Stiles loses the ball over the baseline, but touched last by Powell as he did poke it free. Clock stops with 16 on the shot clock, 5:17 on the game clock.
They have switched Powell onto Stiles, trying to make it a little more difficult on him.
Inbounds goes to the freshman Parker. He'll penetrate and pitch. O'Connell will try a triple, no good. Long rebound run down by Cadeau. On a touch pass, gets it to Trimble in transition for the layup.
Great job by Cadeau, just running down the long rebound. As soon as he got it, straight to Trimble, who just outran everybody to the rim.
84-60 with 4:56 to go. Middlebrooks hands off to Parker. He'll weave to the ACC logo, kick it to his fellow freshman McNeil. Try a long step back 2 and rattle it in. Tough shot by McNeil. Now McNeil can score now as Carolina gets it in. McNeil had 71 points in a high school game. He scored 2,448 points in high school.
It's a lot of points in one game.
Yeah, it is. 84-62. That's a state record, by the way, the 71. 84-62 Carolina. Heels trying to burn a little clock now. Cadeau out near the timeline, and he was just grabbed, splitting the double team. That one was pretty obvious. I think it's on Middlebrooks.
Cadeau, they're still trying to trap all these pick and rolls. That one almost even at half court. Middlebrooks coming out. Cadeau realized there was a gap there, split him, and got grabbed on it.
So will be free throws, 2 of them. Fouls actually on McNeil, not Middlebrooks. So first on McNeil, and State has fouled more than 10 times, so 2 shots coming for Cadeau, and he misses. So Carolina had shot so well, made their first 12 free throws, but now they've missed 3 in a row, 16 of 20, so 4 of their last 8 after making their first 12. 84-62. Cadeau goes 1 of 2 for his first point of the second half, and it's 85-62 with 4:20 to play.
Need a couple more really good possessions here, and feel really good about this one.
Tar Heels led by 28 at halftime, currently up by 23. They've led by as many as 30. McNeil going to force up a 3 and knock it in. Paul McNeil with another bucket. State has shot the lights out this half. 5 of 10 from 3. 15 of 24, 62.5%. There have been some easy shots, but more recently some tough shots for the Pack. 85-65. Carolina's lead is still 20 as Cadeau working in the half court. Picks up his dribble, almost turned it over, but able to get it over to R.J. Davis. He'll go right by O'Connell and float it off the glass right side.
Great individual move by R.J. Davis, just between the legs, beat him to the rim. A little floater from about 2 feet over Hunley Hatfield.
87-65. Carolina with the lead. O'Connell in the right corner. Going to pull up for 2 on the baseline, no good. 2 teams crash the glass. It bounces to Trimble. Doesn't have the numbers, but R.J. Davis doesn't mind. He'll pull up for 3. No good, but Lubin follows it up with a 2-hand flush.
Great job by Lubin running the floor. Just beat his man down the floor. Realized on the rebound it bounced off at perfect time.
Lubin has 13 this half. 3-pointer missed by State. Carolina on the run again. 3 on 2. Davis to Powell. Soars for the finish.
Powell just took off on that one. Was able to float up there long enough. Davis threw it up. Perfect pass for a perfect dunk.
91-65. The Tar Heels putting the exclamation point on it here in the Smith Center. McNeil, the freshman, lowers his shoulder into R.J. Davis. No whistle, and is given the bucket. Carolina wanted the offensive foul, which I think would have been a defensible call, quite honestly. But as it turns out, 91-67, Carolina going the other way.
McNeil can make scoring look easy, though. He's done a bunch here recently, and glad he didn't play earlier.
Yeah, he's up to 10 points. Second time this year he's been in double figures as Trimble is fouled. Lost his footing a bit, but still earns the whistle as O'Connell bumped him. That's O'Connell's 4th, and Trimble's going to have 2 free throws after this timeout. It's the final official timeout of regulation. Carolina, they're flirting with biscuits. 91-67 with 2:23 to go. I don't know if anybody will be able to get to Bojangles tomorrow or not, but Tar Heels may at least make it an option. Yeah. Carolina up big with 2:23 to go. Trimble to the line when we return from Learfield.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
This is the Tar Heel Sports Network from Learfield.
CPI Security is a proud sponsor of Carolina Athletics and is the leading smart home security provider in the Southeast. Protecting what's important, CPI can secure your home or business from break-ins, fires, carbon monoxide alarms, and more. With professional installation, you won't have to lift a finger, plus you can count on CPI's local monitoring center to get you the help you need when you need it. Get the protection your family deserves today with CPI Security. Just visit cpisecurity.com for more information.
You are the co-pilot. You go by many names, and Marathon knows how important you are to your team. You are the carpool driver, the assistant coach, keeper of the shoulder pads, the knee pads, and the helmets. The back of your car looks like a sporting goods store. You are the top dog at the tailgate. The ride there, the ride home, and in between, you are the biggest fan. This season and every season, Marathon is proud to fuel you and your team because we're driven together.
Well, it's not over yet, but certainly the Tar Heels in firm control here with 2:23 to play and a 91-67 lead. So Heels back at it on Saturday against Virginia. Cavaliers had won 3 in a row before losing to Duke on a Monday night. That is a 4 o'clock game here in the Smith Center. We'll be on the air at 3 p.m., and that is the first of one of those Saturday-Monday turnarounds. Tar Heels playing 3 times here between now and Monday. This game against State, then Virginia on Saturday, then Florida State in Tallahassee on Monday. We're closing in on 9 o'clock. Let's break 10 seconds. Station identification. Tar Heels up big here in the final minutes in the Smith Center on the Tar Heels Sports Network. Tar Heels have put Cade Tyson in the game again. Also, James Brown, the freshman from Aurora, Illinois, will make his 15th appearance on the season. Trimble at the free throw line. So it's Cadeau, Trimble, Jackson, Tyson, and Brown right now with 2:23 to go, and Carolina up 91-67. Trimble is true on his first free throw. He's now 2 for 3 tonight at the stripe. Carolina is 18 of 22 as a team. Trimble 1 of 4. Tar Heels in double figures. 21 for R.J. Davis. Trimble with 14. 13 Vin Allen Lubin. 12 for Ian Jackson. Trimble makes them both.
And most importantly, 7 points still biscuits.
That's right. 93. Maybe the Heels can get there. Find out. Huntley Hatfield goes right at the freshman Brown. Pivots, misses the hook, and then a foul on the rebound. Going to be on Paul McNeil, I believe.
Now, Paul McNeil's fouled him. No, they called on him?
Yep, over the back of Cadeau. So,
no, they called on James Brown.
They called it on James Brown. So I thought it was on the number 2 for State, Paul McNeil, but no, it is on number 2. I'm not sure how James Brown could have fouled Paul McNeil on this sequence.
I think it was actually on Ellie Cadeau. They called it on the wrong person, but McNeil just went for the boards really strong, and Cadeau grabbed him on the way in.
1-1 for McNeil, and he makes the first. So McNeil, I mean, he's got some measurables now. 6'5", 180 pounds. Told you he's really able to score. Somebody you figure if State can keep, which unfortunately in college basketball now you never know from year to year as he misses the second. Somebody who probably figures heavily in their future. Cade Tyson with a good box out got the rebound after the missed free throw. So 93-68, Carolina with 2:05 to go. Cadeau between the circles in the front court. Tar Heels content to burn a little clock here. James Brown now with it. He'll hand off to Cadeau on the left wing. Shot clock down to 10 as Cadeau finds Tyson. He'll pitch it to Ian Jackson. Jackson against McNeil, 2 talented freshmen, and it turns into a miscue for Jackson as he just lost his dribble. Not really any pressure by McNeil, just Jackson lost the dribble out of bounds. That's turnover number 10. You know, State's done a much better job this half. They've only turned it over 1 time, but those 9 in the first half were killers. Meanwhile, Carolina's been the reverse of that. 7 turnovers this half after only 3 in the first half. McNeil, tough step back 3 is good. He is on fire here as McNeil has easily hit his season high. He is up to 14 points, better than the 12 he had against Louisville. And it's 93-71. Carolina's lead is 22. Under 90 seconds to go.
Good defense by Carolina. McNeil just shot a shot right over Jackson, knocked it in.
Jackson has it in the right corner. Pump fake for 3. Now he'll dribble up the sideline. Gets a switch, so O'Connell guarding him, and Jackson turned it over again. And O'Connell will get the run out the other way. Missed the shot, and then once the layup came up short, Roger Ayers calls the foul on Cadeau. And that's his fourth.
Silly foul by Cadeau there. O'Connell going down, just running down wide open. And Cadeau got close enough to clip his foot. and got the foul.
Wow.
But on the other end, I mean, I don't think he actually fouled him, but he did touch his foot. On the other end, you got to be better than that. You can't turn the ball over, trying to split two people, give an easy run out.
Yeah, I think Ian Jackson is watching McNeil go one-on-one and make some plays for State. He wants to do the same and has come up empty here his last couple of possessions. O'Connell. Let me try again. O'Connell. O'Connell and McNeil, all kind of guys on State. O'Connell hits the free throw. It's 93-72. One more for the veteran guard for the Pack. Well, that's good as well. He's actually not a great free throw shooter, at least not this year. 65%, but makes them both. State going to make multiple subs. Here come more freshmen. Parker, who's played a fair amount. Also Hurd, the freshman. Also coming in, Ismail Doof. Doof played 8 minutes in the game in Raleigh because Huntley Hatfield was unavailable. So this will be his first action tonight. 93-73, Carolina by 20 with 1:07 to go. State on a 6-0 run in this sloppy sequence by the Heels. After Carolina's controlled this game, led by 28 at halftime, as many as 30, and keeping State at arm's length here, despite a really impressive offensive second half by the Pack.
Yeah, you'd like to have a clean possession here. Gotten a little sloppy recently.
Yeah, Heels almost turned it over again, but eventually Cadeau gets the run, the pass, the finish by Brown, and the foul.
And that'll do it. Cadeau just able to turn the corner, got downhill, right down the right side of the lane. Brown rolled down the other side, hit him at the last minute, great catch, and finished by Brown.
Doof, the fouler, his first. And Carolina emptying the bench with 50.6 to go. Here comes John Holbrook, freshman from Hickory. Dante Mayo Jr., the rookie from Gaithersburg, Maryland. And also Russell Hawkins, the sophomore from Charlotte, Mallard Creek High School. Cadeau sits, Trimble sits, Jackson sits as Brown's free throw, not attractive, is off the left side of the rim and knocked out of bounds by Holbrook. So Carolina has those three walk-ons, Hawkins, Mayo, and Holbrook, along with Cade Tyson and James Brown. 95-73, Carolina going to get the win here against State as they play out the final 43 seconds. McNeil, he's been hot, and that one's no good. Boy, Doof shoved Brown in the back, no whistle, but the rebound ends up to Hawkins. He'll pitch it ahead the left sideline to Tyson, has to tiptoe without stepping out of bounds, and almost turned it over. Good effort by Trey Parker to knock the pass to Hawkins out of bounds, but Carolina will still have it. 20 on the shot clock, 27.7 on the game clock. It's 95-73, Carolina.
Yeah, State's done a good job pressuring us there. Doing a great job trying to get in the passing lane. Got to be solid here, even though we don't have our main people in.
Hawkins going to drive left of the lane. Nice bounce pass to Brown for the flush. What a nice play by Hawkins, and the rookie finishes it off.
Great play by Hawkins. Just beat his man going down the left side of the lane. As soon as the big came over, he just wrapped it around to Brown for an easy dunk.
97-73, State walking it up. Parker going to try a really tough step-back three. No good. Heels do have 5 seconds here as Brown is going to protect the basketball and not add anything else on the scoreboard. But the scoreboard from almost start to finish tonight was all Tar Heels. Carolina never trailed in this ball game. It was 0-0 for about 2 minutes, but after that, it was all Carolina. Heels lead by 28 at halftime and win it by 24 by the final score of 97-73. That continues this dominant stretch for the Heels. 21 of the last 26, 34 of the last 40, 40 of the last 47, and 57 of the last 71. And this rivalry has gone to Carolina. Tar Heels now 16-11 on the season, 9-6 in ACC play. State in trouble of missing that ACC tournament. They fall to 10-16, 3-12 in the ACC. Post-game report after this.